they say we learn more from a loss than we do a win. What they don't tell you is how a loss sticks in your mind and eats at you. For exactly 365 days, the Seabees remembered what happened in New Martinsville. One play away from the playoffs and then having it ripped away by Magnolia. Now, the Blue Eagles come to Blacksville. With a win tonight, you get the best ranking in your school's history. Some may look ahead to the playoffs. Not this team, not these Seabees, they're just built different. This is a game they desperately want to avenge. Not just for themselves, but for the seniors that came before them. So let's go to work. One last time in the regular season of 2025 as the Clay-Battelle Seabees look to avenge themselves against the Magnolia Blue Eagles. And it's live on WAJR.com.
On 104.5 FM and 1440 AM WAJR. This is Clay-Battelle High Seabees football. Tonight's game is sponsored in part by Advanced HVAC and Plumbing, keeping your home cozy year-round. Morgantown's residential HVAC and plumbing leader for over 20 years. Online at advancedheatingandcooling.info. By HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness, West Virginia's choice for physical therapy for over 45 years. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks. Find a location near you. Go to healthworksrf.com. By Lang Monument, family-owned and celebrating families since 1874. Located in the Wharf District, Morgantown, and online at langmonument.com. By DPS Land Services, your partner in land management and acquisition, leasing, mineral buying, due diligence, and more. Our expert team makes complex land deals simple. Visit dpslandservices.com. By Vision Homes, building custom homes for area families for over 30 years. Visit askvisionhomes.com and see how easy it is to build a house you're proud to call home. By Patton Building Services, from janitorial to general building maintenance.
We're going to have to cut the intro short as we are underway. A booming kick to start this game here in Blacksville. It's returned at the 10 by number 1, Preston Beverland, and he's tackled just shy of the 25-yard line down at the 23. Pre-game weather conditions. Chance, it's raining. It's a little bit cold, but we're playing football. Turf has no effect on the wet weather. Your weather conditions are sponsored by Advanced Heating and Cooling and Plumbing, keeping your home cozy year-round. Morgantown's residential HVAC plumbing leader for over 20 years. Online at advancedheatingandcooling.info. An empty backfield here with trips receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Going to throw a little slip screen here to number 2. That is Lucas Anderson, and he's tackled for a minimal gain there by Cooper Payton, and it'll bring up second down and about 6 here after the gain of 4. Kickoff is sponsored by Vision Homes, and they have been building custom homes for area families for over 30 years. Ask visionhomes.com and see how easy it is to build a house you're proud to call home. We'll set up second down and get into Chance's keys to the game after this play. Twins receivers to the left. Tight end on each side for Magnolia. They hand it off to the running back. He's stuffed by Cooper Statler and slammed down to the 25-yard line. Cameron Mercer with the assist, but Cooper Statler broke through the offensive line and tackled him for a loss.
Your keys to the game, Ethan's going to be put this Magnolia team away early. They're like 2-6 coming into it. You don't want to let them get any motivation. When it comes in as far as offense and defense, I really do believe it's just controlling the line of scrimmage is one of the big keys. The keys to your games are brought to you by DPS Land Service.
All right, we'll set up third down here. Same formation, Twins receivers to the left, tight end on each side. They motion the tight end from right to left. Timeout called by Magnolia.
That will be your first timeout by Magnolia tonight.
Thank you. We will be getting updates about timeouts all night tonight for Chance. Once again, that is also sponsored by DPS Land Services, your partner in land management and acquisition, leasing, mineral buying, due diligence, and more. Our expert team makes complex land deals simple. Visit dpslandservices.com. So, Chance, for every timeout tonight, I'm going to need you to tell me the timeout, how many they have left on each team, and then tell me it's sponsored by DPS Land Services. Do you think you can handle that?
I think I can do that. That'll
right.
leave 2 left for Magnolia, 3 left for the CBs here in the first quarter, and that is brought to you by DPS Land Services.
10:41 left to go in the opening quarter. 3rd down and 5 here for Magnolia. The ball is placed on the right hash of the 29-yard line for the first possession for the Blue Eagles, even though they are in their all-white tops tonight. White helmets, white jerseys with blue numerals, navy blue numerals, and white pants. The rain starts to come down a little bit more. Twins receivers to the left. One tight end on the right side. He motions to the left side. Unbalanced offensive line. They roll the quarterback out to the left. He's looking towards the first down marker. He does have a man, but the slip monster makes his first appearance tonight. It bounces off the hands of the intended receiver. That is Finn Loy, and it will bring up 4th down and 6.
He may have slipped or even made his own slide there, Ethan, but it hit him right in the numbers. He should have come up with it. And nice little break there by the CBs that wasn't caught.
Braden Potzerov saw that dropped pass, and he said, you know what? Not going to use the gloves tonight. Going to go barehanded tonight. Probably a wise move for the senior tonight on senior night with 10:35 left to go. CBs will get the ball after a punt. The snap is fumbled, tackled by Josh Wilson, and the CBs will take over in the red zone. Josh Wilson, he doesn't try to be a hero. He just gets stuff done, Mr. Plug and Play. He said, I'm not going to try and scoop this for 6. I'm just going to make sure the punter falls down to his knees, and we'll take over with great field position. So 1st down and 10 here for the CBs in the opponent 18-yard line on the left hash here. They are working from our right to left. CBs in the silver helmets, gray tops, and gray pants here tonight. Unbalanced formation with 3 linemen to the right side. Potzerov is the tight end to the left. The snap is a little bit low. Cohen keeps it, gets across the 15, slips down to about the 12, and it's still a decent gain there. They're actually going to mark him down at the 13-yard line, and it'll be 2nd down and 5. Chance, you told me tonight, Corey, going to have a lot of motivation to play for tonight. You're not going to tell him to not hit people because you can't tell the guy not to hit kids. But at the same time, though, don't take any unnecessary risks.
Yeah. You just want to get what the defense will give you and get off the field.
Same formation, unbalanced to the right with 1 wide receiver. They hand it off to Snodgrass. Snodgrass bounces inside the 10, very close to the 5, tries to get a push from his offensive line, and he will be marked short of the 5, but it will move the chains for a 1st down here. Right?
Yes.
Well, they acted like they were going to move it, but they aren't. Now they're going to time out for a measurement.
And the funny part was she was standing a yard past the first down sticks when she first put her arms up, and now she's standing right in front of the chain gang. So there it is. There comes the first down.
There comes the 1st down marker. All right. Same formation. Unbalanced to the left, 1 wide, or to the right. The 1 wide receiver to the right is Cody Clovis. He looks to Cohen, looks towards the sidelines. They switch the formation. Now it's 2 receivers on each side here. Cooper Payton is the tight end on the right side. They motion. It is Trey Huggins on a little jet sweeper here. He gets inside the 5 and tackled at the 3, and it'll bring up 2nd down and goal at the 3-yard line. So now you only need 3 yards here. Chance, I talked a little bit about this. I'd like to see maybe some seniors who haven't gotten touchdowns tonight get some touchdowns. Those include Josh Wilson, Cameron Mercer,
Tyler Sleeth,
Colt Sandy, and Cooper Statler, and Colt Chaney.
Colt Chaney, correct.
So unbalanced here to the right with 2 tight ends behind the right side of the offensive line. Cohen hands it off to Hall. Hall into the end zone. Touchdown, Clay-Battelle. CBs take a quick 6-0 lead here, and Chance, your keys to the game here, doing a really nice job coming to fruition. get on the board early and try to shut these guys down.
Yep, you're halfway there right now. You need another stop and probably one more touchdown. Get them down by a couple. And, a team that's 2-6 fight, a lot of it goes away whenever you get up by 2 touchdowns. It would be nice to see us, get another stop here and another quick score.
6-0 CBs with the 2-point conversion pending here. Cody Clovis, the receiver to the right this time. They switch the formation again from unbalanced to balanced in an empty backfield. Corey Cohen lifts his leg. Trey Huggins goes in motion. Cohen takes the snap himself, and he's into the end zone. 2-point conversion good. And the CBs take an 8-0 lead. Chance, that's proven to be an interesting formation. We saw the new wrinkle come in last week against Oak Glen with that unbalanced formation. And by that, what I mean is there's only one offensive lineman to the left side. That's Jax Huggins, or Huggy Bear, if you will. Cameron Mercer, who's usually the left tackle, has moved to the outside of the right tackle, Zach Gump, and has added an extra line as sort of we're going to push it and be strong to the right side, which is normally the strong side of the offensive line anyway. You put 2 tight ends also behind there, but now you've added a new wrinkle to that formation to where you say switch it, and then you go an empty backfield with 1 tight end to the right side, still making it the strong side of the formation with more blockers, but you have 2 receivers on each side.
Yeah, and when you do that motion like that, it'll give you a lot of information about what the defense is doing. If they're running more of a zone, if they're running man-to-man, when you move that guy from one side to the other and move the receivers and all that, get up, move, if they're playing man because everybody's going to go with the guy that's moving.
And LePeau wouldn't add anything early in this game if he didn't feel like he was probably going to add to it later into the playoffs. I'll get to that in a minute. Low bouncing kick. It bounces through between 2 Magnolia Blue Eagles' legs and hands, and it goes out of bounds there. It did touch one of the Magnolia Blue Eagles, so it'll go out of bounds with no penalty, and they will take over at their own 20-yard line, 1st down and 10, for their second possession. So, like I was saying, Chance, you showed the unbalanced formation, right? So that's something that they're going to key on. Now you've kind of switched it and spreaded it out a little bit from an unbalanced to a spread formation. I guarantee you he's going to add more plays to kind of that spread when we come into the playoffs.
Yeah, giving these other teams something to look at on film.
Wishbone formation here for Magnolia. They send the left wing back in motion. He gets the handoff. That's the normal tailback here. That is Ethaniel Harlan, and he's tackled for a minimal gain, actually a gain of 1 on the play, tackled by Cooper Statler at the legs, and it will bring up 2nd down and 9. The defensive penetration here for the CBs really showing early.
Yeah, they're controlling that line of scrimmage. I kind of brought up as one of the keys to the game. And, I mean, it's nice to see because by the time they're getting hit, they're just at the line of scrimmage. They're getting nowhere down the field. The tailbacks aren't.
So we approach 7:09, the wishbone formation in the game again. They hand it off to the fullback this time. He does get a pretty good gain on that play. That is number 55. Who is that? That is Anthony Lancaster, a normal offensive lineman here, but he's not listed as a normal starting offensive lineman. However, the man is a senior, one of – how many seniors did you say on this team, Chance? 14?
Either 14 or 15 I've seen posters of when I was down there at their home field. So they definitely got a lot of seniors. We got a lot of seniors too, so this is definitely a senior lad game right now.
Twins receivers to the right, 1 to the left in a single back formation here on 3rd down and 4. They motion a tight end from left to right. They hand it off to Ethaniel Harlan. Harlan's not going to get to the sticks, but it does bring up 4th down into maybe thinking about a decision here. It's 4th down and 1 at your own 29-yard line. The line to gain is the 30 here. Chance, would you go for it?
Not if I'm Magnolia. I mean, I know you haven't had a good season, but I punt here. I try to live another day, see if my defense can get a stop. That was Josh Wilson in on the tackle there, able to shed off his block and get it to where the 1st down. If he don't shed the block, they probably have the 1st down on that play.
Be prepared for a hard count here also if you are Clay-Battelle. They line up in shotgun here with no receivers to the left, but a tight end on the left side. Twins receivers to the right. Now they call a timeout. I think they broke the huddle there with 10.
But they had one standing over on the sideline, I do believe, which if you'd ran that over there, maybe they're done. But just for the record, that is timeout number 2 by Magnolia, leaving Magnolia with 1 left to go in this half. The CBs with 3, brought to you by DPS Land Services.
Thank you, Chance, for that timeout update. So, 4th down and 1 here. You showed that you might go for it here, Chance. I know you said you would not go for it there. I'd probably line up in that wishbone again. You've shown that you've been able to at least get 1 yard every play that you've lined up in that wishbone to try and keep the chains moving.
If you go in the wishbone formation, if I'm LePeau, I send everybody, leave 1 guy deep, figuring you're at least going to have to get rid of the pass quickly if you're able to complete it, but I'm not letting you get it on the ground.
Looks like the rain has subsided here. It looks like a little bit of a mist is still amongst us, but no downpour now to speak of here on 4th down and 1. They break the huddle, and it looks like they are going to go for it. Shotgun formation, 2 tight ends to the left. Now they shift. It's very unbalanced to the strong side right. They hand it off to the fullback here. He will get the first down, and a little bit more as he's across the 35 down to the 37. That's the fullback, number 13, Hunter Cooley, another senior on this Magnolia squad. They do move the chains for their first down of the game. Chance, we haven't seen a formation or large shift by either team that we've called a game for all year, and now we're seeing both teams do it in the final game of the regular season.
Yeah, I know LePeau and the head coach of Magnolia get along, and he said, I know you're going to give us your best shot, and you can tell he's put some new plays in this week.
They switch the heavy set from the left to the right. They hand it off to Cooley again. He gets across the 40 down to about the 44, and it'll be a gain of 6 on the play. Actually, 6. Bring up 2nd down and 4 here. The line to gain is the 48 of Magnolia.
You're going to have to make an adjustment on that. That is so far working for Magnolia. It'll be interesting to see what Aller does on defense because he's been really good with adjustments all season long.
So let's see what they do here. They line up tight to the right this time with no receivers, all tight ends, and an unbalanced formation. Under center, they fake the handoff and do a little reverse to one of the receivers there. That is Gregory Moore, and he does get across the sticks for the first down there, just a yard past it. They're still in their own territory at the 49, and it will be another Magnolia Blue Eagles first down. Showing some life in this offense here.
I do. I don't think it'll be long before you see Gump out there on the defensive line, and they'll move Huggy Bear to the linebacker position, kind of getting a little bit more size up there.
Hey,
on the line.
Look at that, Chance. You might have spoken it into existence there because Gump is standing right behind Coach Aller. Let's see what they do here. Tyson Price is also motioning like he's ready to come into the game. He's good in run support as well. 1st down and 10 here at midfield. They line up in a wishbone. Wing back on each side. They motion the wing back from left. There's a false start. Fullback moved. So it's going to be a false start on number 55. That is Anthony Lancaster. So that'll move it back 5 yards from the 50 to the 45 and a 1st and 15.
And that is our first penalty of the night, Ethan, besides it wasn't a penalty on the going out of bounds because they touched it. So that will be the first official penalty of the night.
So now Tyson Price comes in for Caleb Snodgrass here as a little bit of an outside linebacker position, or almost more of a bandit sort of style too. Tyson Price, once again, he's done a lot to get to this point here. We thought even a month ago that he wouldn't be back this early, but he came back early last week, was very impactful. Wishbone formation, they motion the wing back from left to right. They hand it off to the fullback here. He's got a decent gain.
He's going to gain about 12.
Looks like it, Chance. That was number 55 on the carry again. That's Lancaster. And now Gump comes in.
Yeah, I believe just the 1st and 15 made them not stick Gump out there, but now they're like, nope, they're just going to keep ramming it up our throats. We need some more size. Now you'll see Statler, it looks like, I said Huggy Bear step back. It appears they're going to put Statler at the linebacker position.
Wishbone again. Wing back on each side, tight end on each side. Wing back from the left motions to the top. They hand it off to one of the wing backs to the right on a reverse, and he is absolutely leveled by Cameron Mercer. In the backfield there, it'll bring up 3rd down and 5 here. The line to gain is the 40. It's at the 45 of Clay-Battelle.
You know, sometimes when they you order something off Amazon, Ethan, and you look up there and it says lost in transit. That's where that tailback for Magnolia is right now because he has no idea where he's at.
All right, they break the huddle here on 3rd down and 5. Same wishbone formation. No receivers, just 2 wingbacks, 1 on each side. Motion the wingback from left to right. They hand it off to the fullback, Lancaster. Lancaster's got some room to run, breaks a couple tackles. He's going to have a first down, and he's very close to the 30 at the 31, and it will be another Magnolia Blue Eagles first down. You got to figure out a way to stop Lancaster.
Yep, you've got to get you got to get back here in the backfield before he kind of gets that momentum going. But he does seem to be a pretty agile guy for his size, though.
About 3 substitutions come in for Magnolia. I think they're probably going to do that single back heavy set this time because it looks like Cooley is in, number 13. Once again, first down and 10. Ball is at the 31 of Clay-Battelle. They do the heavy set to the right this time. Now they switch it all to the left. Single back. They hand it off to that single back. It's Cooley. Cooley not getting away this time. He got a minimal gain, maybe above about 1, tackled by a whole host of CBs there. He's tackled at the 30. It will be a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9 here with 1:35 left to go here in the opening quarter. CBs lead by a score of 8-0, but Magnolia is driving on their second drive.
Statler read that one pretty good there, was able to get penetration, didn't allow but a half a yard on the carry.
He definitely has better play recognition, and that's why you bring Zach Gump into the game. He's a big body that can plug a hole, and you get your best guy with one of the best IQs on the defensive side, Cooper Statler, at the middle linebacker position. Unbalanced to the left this time. They don't look like they know what they're doing. They're looking over to the sideline. They switch a whole bunch of guys over. Looks like number 20 is listed in the backfield. That's Ridge Moffitt. They try to hand it off there to Cooley on the wingback. Chance, I feel like that was read from the start there because they put the guy who they normally have carry the ball over at tight end, and you say, well, I think he might be getting the ball there. And then you just read it like a book on a reverse. He was lined up at the tight end position, Hunter Cooley was, and it ends up being loss of about a half yard. It's just beyond the 30 now. Zach Gump comes out. Cody Clovis comes in. 23 seconds left to go in this first quarter. They will have to get one more play off as the play clock is now at 15. There's about a second difference between the play clock and game clock. Shotgun formation. Twins receivers to the right. They motion the tight end from left to right. Rolling out to his right here is Kristen. He tries to throw a sidearm pass. It goes through the hands of the intended receiver. Incomplete. And with 2.4 seconds left to go in this opening quarter, it will be 4th down and 9 here.
What I can tell you, Ethan, is this drive started with 8 minutes and 24 seconds left to go in this first quarter. So
limiting possessions.
If Magnolia's done nothing else, they're limiting possessions, and they're wearing on that defense. And as we all know, you use more energy on defense than you do on offense.
Not to mention the fact that, they have a large number of players, and we see a lot of guys switching in and out. They do a late substitution here. They're not going to get the play into the huddle until 10 seconds left to go on the play clock. They only have 1 timeout remaining. Clock's at 1, and they have to take the delay of game. No, they get the timeout. Well, the side judge on the far side is saying he got the timeout. The white hat is saying that he got a dead ball foul. And now he's going to say that they got the timeout. I think that was the right call, Chance.
We will clarify that is Magnolia's 3rd timeout this half. A little bit confusion if it was going to be the 3rd timeout or not, but they got the 3rd timeout. That will leave Magnolia with 0. It would be the 4th one if they call another one, just in case anybody's keeping track of that. CB's got 3, and those timeout updates are brought to you by DPS Land Services.
2.4 seconds left to go in the first quarter here. It will certainly be the final play of this first quarter, and a big play coming up by the CBs. They've had limited possessions, only won this first quarter. Yes, they did score, but they also only had to go 18 yards, Chance.
That is true. The other interesting fact I want to bring up over there, Ethan, is the person who said they got the timeout called in time had threw her flag also. So she threw a flag and then turned around and said that they got the timeout in.
That is interesting.
I don't know.
But nevertheless, I honestly think I'd rather have them with no timeouts.
I
They've
agree
had
with
2
that.
possessions, and they've wasted all 3 of their timeouts. Trips receivers to the left now, none to the right, only a tight end to the right. They motion that tight end from right to left now. Shotgun formation, running backs to the left. They roll out to the left here. It's Kristen. He's looking towards the receiver. He was open for a minute, but Trey Huggins, using his former QB vision, read it like a book, tipped it, possibly could have taken it for 6 if he had picked it off, but he said, nevertheless, I'll just tip it out of bounds, and we'll march down the field and score. That is the first quarter of play here, and your score, Clay-Battelle 8, Magnolia nothing, as the rain has now come back down, and it is pouring buckets here. We'll be back after this from WAJR.com.
Your child doesn't have to leave home or go to college to build a future. The energy industry is hiring, starting at $25 an hour with benefits and certifications. And the more they learn, the more they earn. It's hard work, but it's worth it. It's not a short-term job. It's a career. And the energy industry is hiring. DPS Land Services. Learn more at dpslandservices.com.
Z-Bart is your local expert for automotive appearance and protection products and services. And now, Z-Bart can apply the ceramic Z-Gloss paint coating to your vehicle for a shine that never goes away. No more waxing. No more rubbing. No more settling for a less than perfect finish. No more. Z-Bart's ceramic Z-Gloss is a 3-layer coating that preserves your vehicle's incredible shine. Get the glossy details online at zbart.com. Z-Bart of Morgantown, just off I-68 exit 7, Fort Pierpont Plaza.
This is Clay-Battelle High CB's football on WAJR.
First down and 10 here for the Seabees in their second possession of the game. They go unbalanced, tight to the right. They hand it off to Caleb Snodgrass. Actually, no, that's Hall. Hall gets across the 40 over to the 50. He's breaking into open field, and he gets into opponent territory down to about the 36-yard line. A big run from Caleb Hall, and with 11:51 left to go here in the first half, the Seabees are now already across midfield into opponent territory.
That was a heck of a run by Hall. Big hole for him to run through. Once he got in the open, just luckily, if it wasn't for the angle, I think he may have been going on that play.
First down and 10 here. Ball is spotted at the 37-yard line of Magnolia as we approach 11:30 left to go in this first half. Unbalanced to the right this time. Mercer is still lined up beyond the right tackle. Sandy is behind him. Cooper Payton to his right. They hand it off to Sandy on a little reverse, and he gets a minimal gain there. He's actually to the 36. I like that new wrinkle, Chance, just to give him a little bit of another dimension there on that reverse. It almost looks like he's kind of coming there to seal the edge. You see that a lot with those zone reads, but then you just ended up handing it off to him. Kind of looks a little bit like a Bridgeport run game, if you ask me.
You know I like some Bridgeport run game.
I do know. Second down and 9 here, unbalanced to the right, one receiver to the right, that's Cody Clovis. Snodgrass is to Cohen's right. It's a QB keeper for Cohen. Cohen gets across the 35, wrapped, and gets a push, and now the whistles blow. Ball is being marked at, it looks like the 33. Once again, the line to gain is the 27. So third down here and long for Clay-Battelle. Sandy comes out and Snodgrass comes out. Trey Huggins and Caleb Hall come in as we approach 10 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in this first half. Once again, third down and 7. Ball's on 33. Ball is at the middle of the field here. They break the huddle. Looks like they're going to line up unbalanced again to the right. Now they switch it. Empty backfield here with trips receivers or a tight end. They send Cody Clovis in motion. He gets the ball on a jet sweep here, trying to look and get a cut here. Waited a little bit too long, and he gets a loss of about 1 here, Chance. We like the idea of trying to get Cody Clovis and use that elite speed that he has to try and cut up field and get to the outside. He's just a little bit too patient to let those blocks develop.
But they didn't have a deep safety on that play, and if you looked at it, they had linebacker number 54 on Clovis. if they ran him straight down the middle of the field, there was no way that kid was keeping with Clovis.
4th down and 7 here. Ball is at the 34. Once again, the line to gain is about the 27.5-yard line. Twins receivers to the right, tight end on each side. Caleb Hall's the running back. Hard count, they jumped. And move it 5 yards. It'll be 4th down and 2.
I'd like to know how many times we've done that this season, Ethan. We have had long 4th downs turned into very manageable 4th downs. I'd say over 15 times this season just by Corey's cadence.
9:10 left to go in the first half. Clock winds again. Once again, the ball's now at the 29. Line to gain is at the 27. It's placed at the left hash here. They break the huddle. I got to imagine they're going to go on bounce. Yep, I see Mercer lined up on the right side. Clovis, the lone receiver to the right here. Hall's the running back to Cohen's right. Cohen snaps it. Keeper. He's got a nice block, and he gets across the sticks inside the 20 to the 19, and it will be a 1st down for the Seabees.
Like that run by Corey, though. He just kind of gave what that defense gave him. Got there. He is throwing his hand warmer off there. He's like, nope, don't need this no more.
Don't need something else to get pulled back.
Something they can grab a hold of me with.
8:23 left to go here in the first half. They break the huddle here on a 1st down and 10 at the 19-yard line. Unbalanced to the right. Clovis to the right, the receiver to the right. Caleb Hall to Corey Cohen's right. Cohen takes the snap, keeps it, gets across the 20 over to the 15. Flag comes out. He's going to be inside the 5 to about the 3, but Chance, I got a feeling this one's coming back. Holding on Clay-Battelle. That was it. I think I heard number 5, so that would have been Colt Sandy there. Chance, I think he got away with a hold on the last play on 4th down, if you ask me.
Well, you'll take it on 1st down instead of 4th down, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
This just turns into a 1st and 20, and you got 4 plays to go pick it up. That is the CB's first penalty of the night.
Becomes a crucial one because now you're back to the 29-yard line with the line to gain being the 9-yard line. 8 minutes and counting here. Left to go in the first half. Ball's placed in the middle of the field. I still wouldn't give up on the run game here, Chance.
No, I'm in agreement with you. It's still 1st down. You can run it. You've been having good success with it.
Twins receivers to the right, tight end on each side. Snodgrass is the running back. Snap is low. Cohen keeps it himself. He's going to get tackled for a loss on the play, and that rain playing a factor here. 7:30 left to go here in the first half, and it's now 2nd down and 22.
That's the second really bad snap we've had tonight. That's the second one that rolled back to Corey there. As you said, I don't know if the weather's playing into it or what it is, but that is, I don't know if it's a misread on the point you think they're right behind you, like under center or what it is, but it just rolled back to them.
The rain's come in and out pretty much all pregame and has continued all game. It's pouring right now. Twins receivers to the right, tight end on each side. Snap is good this time. Cohen sets his feet looking. He's not got a good pocket. He gets across the 30 down to the 29, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 20 there. Chance Cohen had no time. He was lucky to just get a gain of 1 on the play.
Yeah, he ended up with 3 there, actually, Ethan, and he made something out of nothing by all means. And we'll take that with the way that play developed. 55 coming in off the edge there. He had no chance to get that pass off.
6:30 left to go in the second quarter. It's 3rd down and 20. Ball's at the 29.
Let's see what LePeau pulls out here. I wonder if he's going to run, try to get a more manageable 4th down, or if he's going to try to pick it up this time.
It's unbalanced to the right this time. 1 receiver. They hand it off to Snodgrass. Snodgrass got some room to run. He's across the 20, over to the 15, across the 10. He's got a 1st down inside the 5 and at the 4. 1st down, Seabees.
23 yards on the run there by Snodgrass.
Who needs a manageable 4th down when you can just get it on 3rd down and 20 and run the ball?
Yeah, once again, the hole was there. It seems, I'll be honest with you, I think Magnolia coming into this game said that Corey Cohen wasn't going to beat him because they seemed to be really watching that quarterback draw play. But when you've looked at Hall and Snodgrass getting the ball, they are not prepared for it.
5 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Unbalanced to the right this time. Ball's on the right hash, inside the 5 to the 4. First down and goal. Cohen, keeper, gets across it, and he's got nothing but the green turf, but it's coming back. We've got another flag here. So this one's going to come back again.
Just for the record there, a little bit of silence. There was a little bit of shoving going on down there in the end zone between a couple of the offensive linemen and defensive linemen of Magnolia. I believe it was an argument over if the steak bites at Arby's were any good or not, and we did not like them. We said they were a little bit more like jerky than true steak bites, but Magnolia felt differently.
I haven't tried them yet, so you're saying they're more like jerky and not steak bites.
That is what I got from the stepdaughter, Hannah. She said, do not try the steak bites.
Well, I don't know why anybody would try Arby's in the first place.
I will tell you their French dip, I will give them a compliment on it. The French dip sandwich is really, really good.
No free advertising for Arby's on this broadcast. Unbalanced here. Nope, it looks like receiver on each side, 2 tight ends to the right, running backs to the left of Corey Cohen. Cohen drops back to pass. Little fade route going to Clovis. It's short-armed and almost intercepted, but he can't corral it. And it'll bring up second down from the 15 here after the flag. You saw Cooper Statler fall down on his back trying to draw a flag there for a personal foul. 5:01 left to go here in the second quarter.
That was well played by the Martinsville defensive back there. Like, I don't know. It felt like he came in when if he'd went out with the pass, it would have been, not close to getting picked off. But we'll see what they run this time.
Receiver on each side. It's the same formation. Cohen drops back to pass, looking towards the right. This time he's got Ponceroff one-on-one. Ponceroff tries to catch it one-handed. He does not. It falls incomplete, and now it's third down from the 15. I feel like you got to run the ball now. Give it to one of your running backs, right?
I think I'm going right back to the play we just ran there. Maybe a little bit more to the corner. But I like a jump ball with Ponce.
4:55 left to go here in the second quarter. 8-0 Seabees, but they're knocking on the door at the 15. Third down and goal from the 15. After a holding penalty was called back. We've had 2 holding penalties on this drive. Receiver on each side, 2 tight ends to the right. They hand it off to Snodgrass. Snodgrass bounces off wimpy tacklers. He gets across the 10, across the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Caleb Snodgrass. 4:48 left to go here in the first half, and the Seabees take a 14-0 lead over the Magnolia Blue Eagles. Feed the man, Chance. Feed the man. If the running back's working, work it.
It was beautiful blocking out there by Clovis. If it wasn't for Clovis getting out there as a receiver blocking, I don't think he gets that. But Clovis is out there, does a phenomenal job on the defensive back to just kind of clear the running lane for Snodgrass, and there was nothing but green in front of him.
I'll have a funny story about Snodgrass after this 2-point conversion here. They line up unbalanced to the right this time, single receiver to the right. Cohen rolls to his right, looking for Ponceroff, and it's incomplete. Just overthrows his target. It was there. I like that wrinkle on the unbalanced formation. So here's what I was going to say about Caleb Snodgrass. He always teases us a little bit about how he says that we make fun of him for kind of stutter stepping and dancing with his defenders. I don't think if he doesn't dance with his defenders there, I don't think he goes towards the end zone, because he did that little stutter step, waited for his blocks to develop. They weren't there. He just bounced to the outside. He has such a good first step when he cuts to the outside. And then, like you said, Chance, great blocking from Cody Clovis as he just cut up field and then just used that great speed and waltzed into the end zone for a touchdown. Also need to mention, you talked about this a little bit too, and Coach LePeau has said this as well. Cody Clovis has become a great blocker over the course of the season. It's much improved.
He has definitely developed as the season went along. And you kind of get to see the difference between Caleb Square, between the two of them. Snodgrass being a little bit quicker, Hall being a little bit faster. Like when Hall hits the hole, if it's straight line speed, he pulls away from him. Snodgrass has to beat him, as you say, a little bit with that stutter step, get that first step on him to make his room for him. But, Clovis getting out there, as you said, just how he's developed. And there's no doubt he's probably learning from Ponceroff on that, because Ponceroff is a master at the wide receiver block.
14-0 Seabees, and Magnolia looking to get their third possession of the night. Little low bouncing squib kick. I do think it bounced off one of the defenders. They don't realize that it bounced off one of them, and it falls out of bounds. They just let it go.
Yeah, they were just letting it sit there, and I think if our guys just would have ran up, I think in shock, if they just ran up and picked the ball standing up, I think they'd been fine, but they were waiting for Magnolia to do something that they rushed in there and I think touched it while one of them was out of bounds.
No, I think one of them tried to corral it. It just went out of bounds. They weren't able to corral it before the ball went out of bounds. Anyways, 4:42 left to go here in the second quarter. Ball is just shy of the 30-yard line on the right hash. Magnolia working from our right to left here. And Chance, if they want to get on the scoreboard before the end of the first half here, they're going to have to work a lot quicker than they did in their previous two possessions. Wishbone formation here, flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be a false start on the offense. It is a false start. That is on Eli Eddy, the left guard. So we'll see what they do here. But like I say, Chance, they're going to have to go a lot quicker than they did before.
Yeah, it was about an 8.5-minute drive before they turned it over the last time. They have shown at least the ability to pass. They've had the receivers
They just
open.
can't catch it.
They just haven't been able to catch it. So be interesting to see how we, as a defense, set up against this.
Wishbone here. They motion the wingback from left to right. They hand it off to the fullback here. That's Lancaster. Lancaster, man, he just keeps on churning yards. He's going to have a decent night on the stat sheet tonight. He is over to the 38. The line to gain is the 40. So he gets about 13 yards on that play. Sorry, quick math, Chance, am I right?
Yeah, I had him at 12, but I ain't going to say. But right now I've got him 4 carries, 43 yards, but that is unofficial.
4:15 left to go in the first half here. They work quickly, still in the wishbone here. Motion the wing back from right to left. They hand it off to Lancaster again. He gets tackled. He's short of the sticks there. It will be a gain of 1.
But that is the shortest carry that
Yes.
you've held him to tonight.
Once again, the line to gain is the 40. The ball is at the 39 here. 3rd down and 1. Trey Huggins is coming out here, so J.J. Doshin's going to have to come in.
I would not be surprised to see the same play. I think 55 has earned that right so far.
Well, 55's lined up on the offensive line here. They line up unbalanced to the right. They hand it off to Cooley. Cooley does get the first down. He's tackled by Braden Ponseroff, and it looks like Colt Sandy. It will be enough for a first down. He's down at the 45. Clock stops momentarily, but now it's rolling. It's 3:20 left to go in the first half. Should be mentioned, Magnolia got the ball first. So if you don't score on this one, you have a chance to go down 3 scores if the Seabees can take advantage in this second half. And the Seabees probably want to get this game over with quickly with impending weather in the area. Unbalanced to the left this time. They hand it off to the tailback, and he is going nowhere. That is number 21, Gregory Moore, a sophomore. He gets a gain of about a half yard there. Ball's being placed at about the 44.5-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, just on note there, right after that first down, you seen Clovis come out. You stick the big body Gump back in there. They're
probably a good time to do it here as they line up in the wishbone. See what they do. Hand it off to Lancaster. Lancaster. Gump did an absolutely genius thing there, Chance. They said, or actually, no, that was J.J. Doshin. I don't even think he meant to do it, but he did the genius thing, and they said, just fall down.
He did, but it wasn't a clean handoff there from the quarterback either. 55 almost fumbled the ball, took that little extra second to kind of grab a hold of it. And then, as you said, at that point in time, Doshin's laying on the ground. He's almost got nowhere to go because of it.
In a passing situation, Gump comes out, Clovis comes in. 3rd down and 8 here. They spread it out with a receiver on each side, tight end to the right. They send the receiver in motion from left to right here. They roll Christian out to the right, looking for a man. He's got him open if he can catch it. He does. He's going to be tackled right at the sticks. Chance, I think forward progress will give him a first down. It will at the 45. 1:40 left to go in this first half. No timeouts for the Blue Eagles, sponsored by DPS Land Services. So the clock is rolling. We're at 1:30 left to go in this first half.
Yeah, we're seeing names like on the stat sheet here. I'm having to switch people
I'm
out
sorry, yeah.
because
I
there's
feel
just-
like I ill-prepared you for this.
There's just receivers catching and tailbacks getting it that have not gotten it all year long that we've seen on film.
Looks like Twins receivers to the left. Shotgun formation, tight end to the right. They send him in motion from right to left. Snap. Little bubble screen here to Finn Loy. Loy trying to get some open space. Great job there. I believe that was Ponceroff. No, that was Trey Huggins shedding his outside blocker and getting to the ball carrier Loy and doing a minimal carry for a second down. And they spike it. So that's going to bring up third down here in about 46 seconds left.
I tell you what, a couple of these receivers up here were pretty close to being offsides. They had to be right on the ball, if not over it. But it's the little things along the way there. But
so they're going to reset the play clock here with 46.8 seconds left. CB's up 14-0.
And it should be, I was going to say third down. I was going to say they finally changed it.
Yeah.
On the down card there, we were stuck on second for a while.
Two receivers to the right, one to the left, tight end to the left, running back on the quarterback's right. They motion the tight end from left to right. They're rolling out Christian to the right side. He's got it, but he short arms it, and it'll fall incomplete. Fourth down here and 5. You got to be a little bit conservative, Chance, if you think about it, for Magnolia. Clay-Battelle has all 3 timeouts, and we know how good the passing game is for the Seabees. If you turn the ball over on downs here, it is by no means over.
Yeah, that may have been the reason they were trying to pick up the first down there, was to know that they could, lean on the clock a little bit for a couple more downs. I would not be surprised if they just punted away here.
They are not. 2 receivers on each side, running back to the left of the quarterback. Fourth down and 5. They hand it off to the running back. He is going to get the first down and a little bit more. He's across the 30, down to the 28, tackled by the free safety, Caleb Bragg. That was Ethaniel Harlan on the carry. Clock now runs under 30 seconds. They're looking to spike the ball. They will.
Well, they didn't spike.
And Cooper Statler is going to be whistled for a flag.
They called a personal foul, too, which is, that's
15 yards.
That's 15 yards. That's major right now. He was just trying to jump the snap there.
Yep.
And LePeau wants him to explain it a little bit, too. He's like, hey, he's just trying to jump the snap. That's not 15 yards. And the ref said, well, and from where I come from it is, so we're going to move it 15 yards. And
ball's being placed at the 14-yard line. First down and 10. I just saw the referee slap Cooper Payton away. Trips receivers to the right here. They're throwing it to the single receiver. It's tipped away and knocked out of the end zone by Trey Huggins. Smart play there by the defender. Didn't have a good read on it, so he just tipped it away out of bounds. 25 seconds left here where the Seabees are up 14-0, but Magnolia has their best field position yet as they're into the 14.
I'm just wondering why they ain't starting the clock. That's why you see my hand rolling like.
Start the play clock?
Yeah, we trying to give them a free timeout to a certain extent there. A good 12 seconds rolled by.
They didn't get the ball out of play in time. They step up, looking towards the end zone here, and it's incomplete.
We got lucky there, Ethan. I think that was really close to being a touchdown.
And it was really close to also being pass interference. Anyways, third down and 10 here, 19.5 seconds left. Ball is still being placed at the 14 after Cooper Statler's personal foul penalty. Third down and 10. Looks like it's trips receivers to the right, one to the left. The single receiver to the left is number 2, Lucas Anderson. They drop back and they're looking to throw it to him. Nowhere close to the receiver, and it falls incomplete, and it's fourth down now with 15.5 seconds left. Now I think you put Cooper Statler on the defensive line and cover 6. Have 6 DBs. Tell them, have 3 of them at the first down marker and then have the other 3 cover the end zone.
I wouldn't mind that defense at all, Ethan.
4th down here. Trips receivers to the right, one to the left. The one to the left is Ridge Moffitt. Snap is a little low, but Christian able to corral it. Throws it incomplete. Short-armed it, and it will be a turnover on downs with 10.9 seconds left to go. Chance, do you take a knee and go to the locker room,
No.
or do you run it? Do you pass it?
I'm passing here. I'm turning. Go back to the Sherman game. We ran Clovis down the field about 30 yards. Came back, tailback slip, and we got the score off of it. The main thing is if you can do that here and get a timeout called, you're going to get a chance to Hail Mary it to the end zone. I'm taking a shot here. That's just me. I ain't being conservative. I say I want to put them away.
Well,
if you can score a huge pass play here and score a touchdown, the wind in their sails is going.
Well, unfortunately, LePeau disagrees with you, and they're going to take a knee and go to the locker room. All right, we'll be back with the halftime report, sponsored by Patton Building Services. From janitorial to general building maintenance, Patton Building Services believes clean environments build better businesses. We don't just maintain buildings, we maintain communities online at pattonbuildingservices.com. We'll take a break and come back. You are listening to Clay-Battelle CB's football at halftime with the score, CB's 14, Magnolia nothing.
Health works for you, for rehab and fitness too.
Keeping high school athletes healthy is something that HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness takes great pride in. That's why our certified athletic trainers work with many area schools during practice and on the sidelines during tonight's game. Unfortunately, injuries do happen in sports, at work, and at home. At HealthWorks, our goal remains the same, to get you back in action. When you need physical therapy, you need HealthWorks. HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness, Morgantown, Westover, Cheat Lake, Blacksville, Smithfield, Waynesburg, Fairmont, and Buchanan. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks.
Our people make the difference in the way you feel each day. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks.
Zbart is your local expert for automotive appearance and protection. Let's talk about rust. Rust is slowly eating away at the metal in your car. Zbart Rust Protection stops the rust that began the minute you drove your vehicle home. And even if your car isn't new, Zbart's Rust Eliminator halts existing rust in its tracks. Protect one of life's largest investments. Go to zbart.com. Zbart of Morgantown, I-68 Exit 7. Rust never stops until you hire Zbart.
College isn't for everyone, and that's okay. There's another way to build a life right here. The energy industry offers real pay, $25 an hour to start. They'll get full training, certifications, and a path to grow. It's not a short-term job. It's a career. The dream doesn't live in a dorm. It lives in hard work. And the energy industry is hiring. DPS Land Services. Learn more at dpslandservices.com.
This is the WHAR Halftime Show, presented by the Mon Health System. Feel the difference.
Welcome back to the halftime show, sponsored by Patton Building Services. Let's go over the first half stats, sponsored by First United Bank and Trust. My Bank for Life, online at mybank.com. Chance, first half stats?
First half stats. First off, Ethan, not a whole lot of stats here to kind of go over. I'll start off with time of possession. You've got the CBs with 9. You got Magnolia with 15. Also brought to us here by the newspaper is that Magnolia has 32 offensive plays. The CBs have 15. When you go as far as individual stats, Corey Cohen, 0 of 2 as a quarterback, so he has no passing stats, so there will be no receiving stats for the CBs. On the tailback side of it, you have 3 carries for 44 yards and a TD by Snodgrass. You have 2 for 34 and a TD by Hall. Cohen, 5 carries for 19 yards. Then you go over to the Magnolia side. You've got Heron with 4 carries for 15 yards. Moore, 1 for 0. Lancaster, their big offensive player, 6 carries for 46 yards. Cooley has 5 for 11, and Moore has 2 for 2 yards. Their quarterback, Kristen is 3 of 12 for 17 yards, leading receiver being Carpenter with 1 catch for 8 yards.
All right, that is the first half stats, sponsored by First United Bank and Trust. When we come back, we'll take an extended break and look at the first half scores, sponsored by Saving Grace, Septic and Rentals. Your score at halftime, Clay-Battelle 14, Magnolia nothing. We'll be back.
Once upon a time, there were no portable toilets, and finding relief was an adventure. Then came crowded restrooms, unpleasant and inconvenient. Enter Saving Grace Septic and Rentals, providing clean, reliable portable toilets for every event, from football games to family gatherings, even work sites. And when septic systems need service, we're your first call. We're local, we care, and we're there when you need to go. For comfort and convenience, we're your Saving Grace. 304-282-7210.
Your child doesn't have to leave home or go to college to build a future. The energy industry is hiring, starting at $25 an hour, with benefits and certifications. And the more they learn, the more they earn. It's hard work, but it's worth it. It's not a short-term job. It's a career. And the energy industry is hiring. DPS Land Services. Learn more at dpslandservices.com.
Z-Bart is your local expert for automotive appearance and protection products and services. And now, Z-Bart can apply the ceramic Z-Gloss paint coating to your vehicle for a shine that never goes away. No more waxing, no more rubbing, no more settling for a less than perfect finish. No more. Z-Bart's ceramic Z-Gloss is a 3-layer coating that preserves your vehicle's incredible shine. Get the glossy details online at zbart.com. Z-Bart of Morgantown, just off I-68 Exit 7, Fort Pierpont Plaza.
Health works for you, for rehab and fitness too.
Keeping high school athletes healthy is something that HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness takes great pride in. That's why our certified athletic trainers work with many area schools during practice and on the sidelines during tonight's game. Unfortunately, injuries do happen in sports, at work, and at home. At HealthWorks, our goal remains the same, to get you back in action. When you need physical therapy, you need HealthWorks. HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness, Morgantown, Westover, Cheat Lake, Blacksville, Smithfield, Waynesburg, Fairmont, and Buchanan. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks.
Our people make the difference in the way you feel each day. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks.
Z-Bart is your local expert for automotive appearance and protection. Let's talk about rust. Rust is slowly eating away at the metal in your car. Z-Bart's rust protection stops the rust that began the minute you drove your vehicle home. And even if your car isn't new, Z-Bart's Rust Eliminator halts existing rust in its tracks. Protect one of life's largest investments. Go to zbart.com. Z-Bart of Morgantown, I-68 Exit 7. Rust never stops until you hire Z-Bart.
In a world where memories fade, preserving them shouldn't. I'm Rob Lang, 5th generation owner of Lang Monument. My family has been helping Morgantown families honor their loved ones for over 150 years. Choose from granite, marble, or bronze with expert engraving and installation. A Lang member will guide you every step of the way. Celebrate a legacy that stands the test of time. Lang Monument on Don Knotts Boulevard across from the Wharf District and online at langmonument.com.
Leaky faucet? Clogged drain? Water heater not keeping up? Josh Heinerman here with Advanced HVAC and Plumbing, where we do more than just HVAC. We are your local plumbing pros. From quick repairs to complete replacements, our licensed plumbers can handle it all. Faucets, toilets, water heaters, sump pumps, and more. We do it fast, clean, and right the first time. From drips to disasters, we've got you covered. Advanced HVAC and Plumbing.
While others search far and wide for solutions, you know where to turn. Patton Building Services. Since 1981, we've been more than a service provider. We're a legacy. From janitorial to general building maintenance, we believe clean environments build better business. We don't just maintain buildings, we maintain communities.
Patton Building Services. Beyond cleaning. Total building care. Find us online at pattonbuildingservices.com.
Now back to the Mon Health System halftime report on WHAR.
Welcome back to the halftime report, sponsored by Patton Building Services. Trying to pull up the halftime scores here. There we go. All right, Quad A, Morgantown leads Musselman 21-0 in the second quarter. North Marion in AAA leads Oak Hill by a score of 7-0. Jefferson leads Washington in the second quarter by a score of 42-0. And George Washington leads Woodrow Wilson by a score of 21-0 in the first quarter. Moving on to AAA now, Frankfort up on Kaiser 28-7. Princeton defeated South Charleston 55-19. Nitro is up on Greenbrier East 14-0 in the third quarter. Herbert Hoover defeated Weir 44-14. Wheeling Park up on John Marshall 21-6. Chapmanville up on St. Albans 36-0 in the second quarter. Winfield up on Point Pleasant 22-6 at halftime. Robert C. Byrd up on Buchanan Upshur 22-0 in the second quarter. Buffalo Putnam is currently trailing to Pikeview 32-21 at halftime. Ripley up on Nicholas County 14-7. Lewis County and Grafton are tied at 3.
To believe you got records like that, but yet both of you can still kick field goals.
Yeah.
It's kind of an amazing stat.
Moving on to AA now, Independence up on Summers County 42-6. Philip Barber up on Lincoln 20-0. Dodgers County up on Mingo Central 7-0 in the second quarter. Tyler Consolidated up on Roane County 22-16 in the second quarter. Tug Valley and James Monroe does not have a score reported so far. Midland Trail up on Lincoln County 21-0 in the first quarter. Braxton County up on Clay County 17-8. East Hardy up on Petersburg 17-14 in the second quarter. Let's see here. Wayne defeated Sissonville by a score of 30-13. Liberty Raleigh is up on Wyoming East 18-8. Did we have that as one of our tank polls?
What was that, Wyoming East and who?
Liberty Raleigh.
I don't think so.
I think I had it originally, and then I said, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Anyways, Moorfield up on Berkeley Springs 36-6. Good idea to go with the name and prestige and history there, Chance. I think we both went with Moorfield. Moving on to the all-important single A now. Wahama not losing a step against Man. They are up 29-0 in the first quarter. Clay-Battelle, once again, your score here, 14-0 at halftime up on Magnolia. Pendleton County and Cameron has not got a score reported. And then looking at Polka and Sherman also does not have one. Work County and St. Mary's doesn't have one. Meadowbridge and Craig County doesn't have one. Hampshire is trailing Tucker County 14-8. Hampshire in AAA, Tucker County in single A.
And you say Tucker's up.
Tucker is up 22-8. Greenbrier West up on Gilmer County 28-0 in the second quarter. Ritchie County up on Calhoun County 32-0. Tigris Valley is up on Montcalm 8-0. Pocahontas County up on Webster County 20-0 at halftime. Riverview is currently trailing to Tulsa 12-6 in the second quarter. Mount View is up on Smith Mountain Lake, Virginia 20-6. Richwood is up on Valley Wetzel 6-0 in the first quarter. Nothing really surprising, Chance.
The Tulsia game with, I'm trying to remember who it was.
Riverview.
Or Riverview. The Tulsia winning and the Montcalm losing. That could be interesting on the lower part of the bracket in single A. And then Tucker County, if they can get that win over a AAA team, I could see them possibly moving up a couple slots.
Chance, Montcalm was in a position to where if they won, they were in the playoffs.
And they're struggling right now to be able to get there. So, like I said, them three games are the ones as far as single A goes. It would be interesting to get some scores in the Cameron was a Pendleton game and the Wirt St. Mary's game because them definitely have ramifications as far as Class A goes.
Right now, if the playoffs started today, Ritchie County would be the one coming to Clay-Battelle. And right now, and I did a lot of the numbers, there wasn't a lot of movement to be had there. They could obviously move down if they've lost to Calhoun County. but Calhoun County had nothing really to gain. They couldn't get in the playoffs even with a win. So with that being said, as long as you take care of business in the second half, and you will get the ball to start the second half here, you go up 3 scores. With the way that Magnolia has been running their offense, they're going to have to get back to what they were doing all season, I think, passing the ball.
And the weather right now, as we look out into the lights, you can see the rain is a pretty steady, hard rain right now.
Mm-hmm.
That is not lenient, or whatever, to their offense getting moving. But I was talking to the paper guy here during that commercial break, and he brought up the point that you got a feeling at halftime LePeau and Aller are talking to the boys about how we're going to stop 55 Lancaster, because besides his offensive output, nobody else has done anything for Magnolia, and I think we want to get them in a position with a quarterback going 3 for 12 that you want him to have to put it in the air, figuring sooner or later it's going to be a mistake. Trey Huggins has had an opportunity to pick off 2 of them, as far as I'm concerned, but he done what the smart coaches play was be at the time, which was tip it away. I do believe in this second half, if you get up by 3 scores, it allows you to take that little bit extra risk to try to pick it off, and you get a score and a big play like that, and all of a sudden the snowball effect just starts to happen.
Not to mention the fact that the quarterback, Kingston Christian, when he doesn't set his feet, he's short-arming throws, and it's falling like 5 yards short. Like it's hitting the turf 5 yards short of the receiver.
And any kind of pressure seems to kind of do the same thing. He throws it short on any kind of pressure. He tries to get rid of it. I think, as you say, he's not setting his feet in that process, and it's done. So if you can get to the point you can turn the Wolves loose, up by 3 scores, all of a sudden he don't get to set his feet, and it allows your attackers in the backfield, Ponceroff, Huggins, Clovis, and them to start using their offensive skills a little bit more and going after and trying to make a big play that just completely puts the game out of reach.
Here's what I will say, Chance. Craig Mason's a good coach.
I agree, but I am interested to find out exactly what because like I said, Lancaster running the quick hitter up the middle seems to be the only play that's done it. The last 2 times they've ran it, we seem to have found an answer to it. It'll be interesting to see if he comes back out and he tries to keep hitting it, or if he decides to maybe there's a second play or a second player that he can get the ball to. I do believe you can run Lancaster outside. When they've ran him outside, he still seems to pick up yards. I understand he's a big tailback, but I will admit that
Hunter Cooley's also had some decent runs too in that unbalanced heavy set where you put a whole bunch of offensive linemen on one side and have 2 tight ends behind him line up under center. Hunter Cooley's the single back. He's gotten some decent runs there too.
Yeah, and you've got yourself in a position, like you said, you get the ball at the beginning of the second half. If you go down and you put one in the end zone, you can pretty well go into a don't give up a big play, make them drive for 6 to 8 minutes type of defense if you need to be. I mean, you want to stop them, you want to get it back, you want to score again, but at the same time it allows you to play a little bit more of a prevent defense as much as, I hate that style of defense because I never understand in the fourth quarter when a team's been dominating all game long why they decide to go to a prevent defense, because the only thing the prevent defense normally does is prevent you from winning, is what I've noticed, because teams just drive up and down the field on you. But it does allow you to be a little bit more casual. Just don't give up the big play. Keep everything in front of you style, and I think up 3 scores versus this team that doesn't seem to have a dynamic offensive player, you can do that.
Just got an update from a listener. Thank you, Tyler McCartney. Cameron and Pendleton County got off to a late start due to this weather, but Pendleton County is up 7-0 in the first quarter.
Interesting.
So that's something to keep an eye on, Chance. I mean, we gotta keep an eye on these seedings. Every little game, every little bonus point, every little meter, it doesn't necessarily determine your seeding, as long as you take care of business. But at the same time, though, Chance, it does determine which opponents you're going to have to play on your road to Charleston.
It does. It also comes into play a big thing in our pick'ems. Because I know that there was 2 games during the pick'ems. I know who I picked. I know who you picked, and we're opposite on this. Mm-hmm. I know there's 5 that we chose.
I think you took – did you take Pendleton County?
I took Pendleton. I'm pretty sure you took Cameron. I know the Pikeview game is one of them you have on me. You took Pikeview. I took the other.
You have Doddridge County on me for Mingo Central.
And I have Doddridge on Mingo. It may, as we're talking about in the pregame, which The
It
listers
may
didn't get to
seriously
list
come down to
St. Mary's and Wirt. And I took Wirt against my alma mater under the thing of being superstitious that if choosing against them gets them the win and home field advantage, I'm okay with that.
Did we bet anything on the pick'ems, or do you want
Just
to
bragging rights.
Do you want to like settle that now? Or
Just bragging rights.
Just bragging rights. Okay.
Just bragging rights for the year.
Okay.
And I mean, we still got, as you said, we're going to choose the playoff brackets when they come. And then we're also going to have, the champions at the beginning of the season, which me and you have had that discussion that, it's 2 points if you chose the champion, but you do have the right to change, and we'll do a point on that. And I'm pretty sure me and you in talks, I'm happy with the 4 I chose at the beginning of the season. There is one that you said you're kind of leaning, you're probably going to have to go against.
Well, here's the thing, Chance. I thought of a couple ideas. One, there's an unnamed hot dog place that you absolutely love. We could bet hot dogs on that place. Okay, number one. Number two, this is a biggie. We could do this either in the regular season or we could do it in the playoffs based off like who has the better bracket. Who gets to announce the name of our media award at the banquet?
Oh, man, I've been thinking about that, and, we've been discussing who we're thinking about going with and all that, not giving any insight into it. But, it's one of them that I really don't want to lose that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I would really like the opportunity to announce. I know you allowed me last year to do it because I gave
Well, you
Savage
came up.
Lands.
You came up with the
I
nickname.
gave up Savage Lands to Landon Savage and was able to give that to that wonderful kid, which, by the way, I brought up to you. Got to speak to last week before the game, and seems like life's treating him right. But he is looking for a way to get back and play football again after taking a year off and concentrating on schooling. So I hope that whatever it is that life blesses him and allows him to do what he wants to do, so that he can enjoy it before you get into that workforce. After college and. Things take a turn where you don't get to have that fun. So I hope he gets that opportunity.
We're about 30 seconds away here. The captains are about to meet at midfield here. I'm not sure if they've already reset the game clock on halftime for their 3 minutes. So we'll keep it here to round up the halftime report. So do you want to do that as the regular season, or do you want to do that as the postseason? And do you want to do like hot dogs on one or the other? I
want to do it on the champions because I think I've already got that one locked up.
Well, I've told you. Here's the thing. I've told you about this. You do it based off like your points. Like you get the points right on the bracket. A state champion, if you picked it in the beginning and you pick it in the end, you get 2 more points. Okay. And if you pick a different one, then you just get 1.
I tell you what, we'll just do, and I know that even when we get to the bracket, we're going to leave the CBs off. Mm-hmm. We're not going to really, it's going to show as our brackets show, but we're leaving that off. If you want to, what I think is let's just do an accumulation of everything.
Everything?
Everything together, and we can do that. I do like the, the announcing of the thing. How about this? The winner gets to choose either what they want. If they want to announce the thing or if they want to go have a couple hot dogs at the unnamed Blacksville hot dog restaurant.
Okay.
Or we can drive all the way back to Southside Parkersburg and eat at the Slop Shop, as it's nicknamed. Those that are back in that area will understand.
Whoever wins gets both of our gifts at the Collins Family Gift Exchange? What? Did I just hear that?
I know you said it. I don't know if I heard it, but I heard it.
I mean, it's something to think about.
On that note, since what happened last weekend, there's going to be another person in that Collins Gift Exchange this year.
There is. Well, I think she was in there last year.
Was she in there last? Okay. And that could be me. I think I actually missed it last year.
Yeah.
So I had the, family things going on, didn't make it down that way. But I was just trying to give a little bit tidbits once again here on the radio that Ethan may have gotten engaged.
I did. Kirsten Ellis. I'm sure she's listening. Yes. I was a little bit nervous going into last week's game, not going to lie, but it wasn't about the game. It was about what I was going to do the next day. Really, the Oak Glen game was my only distraction.
And something that may have helped you out in the long run, allow you to settle in, think about something else in the process. And happy to hear that both things turned out well. We got an Oak Glen win, and the family's going to grow here sometime in the future.
Coach Huffman reminded us that he is not the special teams coach. He is the kickoff return coach. And he says, if we all do our jobs right, I'll only have to.
No. He is the kickoff coach when we kick it off.
No, because he's the kickoff return because he said, if we all do our jobs right, I'll only have to do my job once.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Misunderstanding on my part because I thought he had mentioned, because we know Aller is the punt return, and we know that, what he say, LePeau does?
I think he does punt.
Punt.
All right, so Magnolia will kick it off for the first time. He's pointing, the kicker is pointing, and that is Lucas Anderson, like he's going to kick it to his right side. The ball's placed in the middle of the field. Do a short little squib kick there. It bounces, and Cooper Payton is able to corral it there.
The rain is absolutely pouring it down right now.
I think you could probably hear it on our broadcast with how much it is pouring. So, Chance, these jerseys are going to be absolutely the worst smell you have ever smelled. I don't think we should go into the locker room after this game.
Okay, we will stand outside, Ethan.
Yeah.
After this game.
I don't want to catch something.
I got wrong yard marker there on my stat sheet.
All right, so Clay-Battelle will take over on their own 45, down in 10, balance formation to the right. Snap is good. They hand it off to Hall. Hall gets a nice carry, gets close to midfield down at the 49, and it will be a gain of 4 yards, and there's a late flag on the play.
I did not see what happened there, Ethan. I noticed that we do have a Magnolia player down. There is a flag. Normally that leads to a personal foul.
And the player is now down on a knee. I'm not sure if he's hurt or not. Take a break and come back while they tend to the injured player.
Z-Bart is your local expert for automotive appearance and protection products and services. And now, Z-Bart can apply the ceramic Z-Gloss paint coating to your vehicle for a shine that never goes away. No more waxing, no more rubbing, no more settling for a less than perfect finish. No more. Z-Bart's ceramic Z-Gloss is a 3-layer coating that preserves your vehicle's incredible shine. Get the glossy details online at zbart.com. Z-Bart of Morgantown, just off I-68 exit 7, Fort Pierpont Plaza.
This is Clay-Battelle High CB's football on WHAR.
LePeau is not happy, but nevertheless, it is second down and about 15 here. Ball is placed at the 35. Cohen hands it off to Hall. Hall bounces to the outside, cuts back inside, gets across the 45, and is tackled at about the 46, so it'll bring up third down and 9. The problem with that penalty, Chances, is that it's after the play, so the down counts. So now you're in third down and 9.
Yeah, but I can tell you this, Hall had 5 yards on the first carry. He just ran for 11 there. I think you can just keep handing it off at this point in time, and I think Caleb Hall's ready to get to that end zone.
Unbalanced to the right, receiver to the right here.
On the clock at about 15 seconds.
Yeah. You're going to hand it. Snap is a little high, but they hand it off to Hall. Hall tries to get to the outside here, and he's tackled by a whole host of Magnolia Blue Eagles, and it will bring up fourth down here right at midfield. The line to gain is the 45, Chance, so he did get 4 on that one. Averages say that Hall should make it if he gets another carry.
We'll be interested here to see if we're going to punt or if we're going to go.
I think we might go hard count. So let's see what they do. Rain subsides a little bit. Unbalanced to the right. Hall is to Cohen's left. Switch Caleb Hall to the right. 7 seconds on the play clock.
I see a timeout coming.
And timeout. So how many is that, Chance?
That will be the first for Clay-Battelle here in the second half, leaving Clay-Battelle with 2 timeouts left, Magnolia with 3, and that timeout update is brought to you by DPS Land Services.
All right, so do you punt or do you go for it?
I'm going for it. I want the kill shot right here, but that is me probably being more aggressive than LePau's going to be.
You've been aggressive all night tonight, Chance.
He is, throughout the season, he's been a little bit more, I'll say, overly aggressive. We had the fake punt last week with Cooper throwing it. I do believe that if he decides to go for it here, he's probably going to roll Corey out and have the two options where you can pass for like a short pass to get the first down, or Corey have the chance to run.
You did show the fake punt last week.
You did.
Do you just tell Coop, hey, if it's there, take it. If it's not, punt it. Well, although I will also say this, JJ's snaps have been a little bit wobbly tonight, and you got to be a little tiny bit concerned here with a large snap as this. All right, 4th down and 5 here. It does look like they're going to punt. Snap is okay. Cooper gets the punt away. It's a spiraling kick. It bounces inside to the 5, and it looks like it's going to be a touchback.
It hit in the end zone. That was
I
a good
think
call
so.
Good call there.
I think so. Yep. 9:37 left to go here in this third quarter, and Magnolia will have their first possession of the second half on their own 20-yard line. So, Chance, if you're Magnolia, do you keep things the way that they are, or do you play with a little? Do you pass a little bit more, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I probably come out. You're only down by 2 touchdowns. You can have a long drive here and score. And if you do, you're still in the ball game.
And put the pressure on Clay-Battelle.
Yep. Put the pressure on them. See where it leads you to.
So let's see what they do here. Twins receivers to the right. They go under center. 2 tight ends to the left. Now they switch them to the right. Toss play here to the running back. That is number 9, Finn Loy, usually lined up as a wide receiver. Cooper Statler comes all the way into the backfield and makes the tackle for loss. That'll be a loss of 1 on the play, and it's 2nd down and 11 from the 19-yard line. Clock is rolling here with 9:20 left to go in the third quarter.
That was a nice defensive play there by the CB. Stretch that play out, allow Coop to get in there and make the tackle for a yard loss.
Man, they take a lot of time off that clock. All right, looks like 2 receivers to the left this time, 2 tight ends on the right. Now they line up in shotgun. Switch the running back from left to right. Now they switch the tight ends. It's going to be a run play to the left. Snap is high, fumble. Did they get it?
He
recovered it, but it's going to be another loss on the play. The ball carrier was Nathaniel Harlan, and he'll be tackled for another loss, this time a loss of 2 on the play, and now you've wasted about 1.5 minutes of clock by the time this third down snap ends, and you've only gotten -3 yards.
Yeah, you do. I do feel like, even though I say you can take a long drive down the field, I do believe they need to have a little bit more urgency in the process here.
All right, so let's see how they respond here. Looks like they are going to go Twins receivers to the right this time. Shotgun formation, 2 tight ends on the left. Now they switch them to the right. Running back is on the right side. They roll the quarterback out to the right here, looking for a man, and it is picked off there by Cooper Payton. Payton stiff arms a man, and he's going to be tackled at about the 15-yard line. First turnover of the night goes by the way of the Seabees, and it'll be first down in the red zone at the 15 with 7:51 left to go in the third quarter. That was the worst thing you could have had happen if you're Magnolia.
Yes, I totally agree with that on Ethan. You did not want to turn the ball over down on your side of the field. You're looking here, 7:51 to go in the third.
Unbalanced here to the right with Colt Sandy lined up behind Cameron Mercer and Cooper Payton lined up behind Zach Gump. They hand it off to Snodgrass. Snodgrass tries to cut forward, does fall forward, though, and gets a gain of about 2 yards there. It's at the 13-yard line, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Snodgrass comes out. Hall comes in. Clock is rolling here. The more you run here, Chance, the better, because, like I say, you've gotten more impending weather coming your way. It's supposed to be at about 9 o'clock. You're at 8:20 right now. winding that play clock down. 15 seconds on the play clock till we get the play in. They break the huddle here. Same formation, unbalanced to the right. Clovis, the receiver, to the right. Hall to Cohen's left. They fake the handoff to Hall. Cohen keeps it himself, gets across the 10 down to the 9. And it will bring up third down and very manageable here. Third down and about 4. Snodgrass comes in. Hall comes out.
You pick up even a couple more yards, Ethan, and we know that even though it's been a little bit inconsistent throughout the year, but Ponceroff does have the leg to kick
100%
from there. So, and that would put you up 3 scores, which has kind of been your goal most of the night.
All right, unbalanced to the right here. Cohen, QB keeper all the way. He definitely gets the first down. He's inside the 5 to the 4, and that's where he'll be brought down. It will move the chains, and it'll be first down and goal here with 6:16 left to go in the third quarter. You're 4 yards away from the end zone. Chance, did you see that pancake block there by Zach Gump?
I did not. I did not see that, Ethan. I was watching a little bit more on Corey, not necessarily the guys in front of him there.
I wouldn't necessarily call it a pancake block. I'd call it more of a face hugger tackle because he just hurled around the guy and hugged him like a face hugger, an alien for the face. Zach Gump is a big boy. 5:49 left to go here in the third quarter. Cohen keeps it, runs to his right. He's going to be very close to the goal line. Let's wait for the side judge's reaction. I think it's going to be called just short. Maybe about a foot away from the goal line here as 5:30 ticks off on the clock here. So it'll be second down and goal here. To tell you the truth, Chance, I kind of like the side judge not calling that a touchdown because you get more time off the clock.
Yeah, and as long as you score here, you like that. Let's see if we keep doing what we're doing or if maybe we get
Stick
a
eye to
senior
Cooper?
involved. I want to get one of these seniors involved. Let them get a touchdown on senior night.
Do that little reverse play to Colt Sandy maybe? We'll see. Snodgrass is the running back. Cohen takes the snap. He's going to run it himself. He's in. Touchdown, Clay-Battelle. 20-0 with 4:57 left to go here in the third quarter. Extra point pending here for the Seabees. Chance, I'd like to kick the extra point here. You never know when wet conditions are going to play a part, and you never know how much you're going to be able to practice this.
No, I agree. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing them do it. It does not. Looks like we're going to go with what we've been doing most of the year, though, which is the 2-point conversion here.
Yep. Same formation, unbalanced to the right here. Snodgrass is the running back. Cohen takes the snap. He's got a hole if he can make it. He does. 2-point conversion good, and it is 22-0 with 4:57 left to go in the third quarter. Back in 60 seconds, you are listening to Clay-Battelle Seabees football on WAJR.com.
Health works for you, for rehab and fitness too.
Keeping high school athletes healthy is something that HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness takes great pride in. That's why our certified athletic trainers work with many area schools during practice and on the sidelines during tonight's game. Unfortunately, injuries do happen in sports, at work, and at home. At HealthWorks, our goal remains the same, to get you back in action. When you need physical therapy, you need HealthWorks. HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness, Morgantown, Westover, Cheat Lake, Blacksville, Smithfield, Waynesburg, Fairmont, and Buchanan. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks.
Our people make the difference in the way you feel each day. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks.
This is Clay-Battelle High Seabees football on WAJR.
4:57 left to go in the third quarter. The Seabees lead by a score of 22-0. Kickoff is ready and away. A booming kick there by Ponceroff. It bounces at the 6, goes to the 2, and now it will go into the end zone for a touchback. It stopped, Chance. It didn't even cross the white of the end zone there.
Just landed on the white, which, I mean, that is considered in the end zone, but if it had been 6 inches shorter,
yeah,
they would have had to have picked that up after waiting a long time on it.
So Magnolia will get the ball on their own 20-yard line. A long way to go for a team who has not been able to pass the ball very well. They Chance, you say 2 of 7 tonight?
Let me look here. He is now
3 of 12 for 17 yards and a pick.
He's 4 of 13 with a pick.
13. Thank you. Twins receivers to the right here, tight end on the left. He motions in tight behind the right guard. Now they go under center. Heavy set. They hand it off to Cooley. Cooley gets some space to work. Bounces off a few tacklers. He's refusing to go down, Chance. You got to wrap the kid up.
Yeah, we were doing that WVU tackling again there where you just go up and give a shoulder to a guy. And that big feller said, you can hit me with your shoulder all you want. If you don't wrap me up, I'm just going to keep going forward.
Ball is at the 33-yard line now. First down and 10 with 4:30 left to go in the third quarter. Gump comes in. Looks like they're spreading it out here a little bit, but now they're going to go in tight. All right, here we go. Now in tight, heavy set to the left. Cooley gets the carry, and he's not going to get much that time. Gets a gain of about 2 there, and it'll put it at the 35. The line to gain is once again the 44 as we approach 4 minutes left to go here in this third quarter.
We do a good job on defense of surrounding that run no matter who it is. The second half, ever since they're early in the middle.
We've always made good halftime adjustments on defense, 100%. All right. Looks like it's all in tight, no receivers. Looks like the heavy set is to the right this time. They fake it, and they're going to do a little reverse play to one of the tight ends. That's going nowhere. Gang tackled by a whole bunch of CBs. Gregory Moore with the carry there. It does forward progress, bring the ball to the 37-yard line. It does bring up third down a little bit more manageable here. Third down and about 7? They moved. The yard marker was at the 37, and then he moved back to the 36. Gump comes out. Mercer comes out. Doshin, Huggins, Sandy, Wilson are your 4 on the D-line. Statler, Peyton are your middle inside linebackers. Looks like Tyson Price, Clovis, Ponceroff, Bragg, and Huggins are your secondary. They line in tight again. 2:53 left to go in the third quarter. This time it's a wishbone. They hand it off to the fullback here, Lancaster. Lancaster not able to do what he did in the first half as the whistle blows. And forward progress is going to mark it at the 39. It does bring up fourth down, but it will be fourth down and about 4.
Then the Martinsville coach had his hands out. He wasn't happy that the whistle blew because about right at the time the whistle blew, the pile started moving forward, but he was kind of stopped there for a while.
Forward progress stopped. That's the rule. When the forward progress stops, you blow the whistle.
But I will
the reason why he fell forward was because we stopped and he kept pushing his momentum.
But I will say the Oak Glen crew last week,
they let it go.
They would have let that go. I agree.
100%. All right, late substitution coming out here. Twins receivers to the right.
So they broke the huddle with 12.
Clay-Battelle takes a timeout.
And that will be let me make sure here, second timeout by the CBs in this second half, leaving them with 1 timeout left. Magnolia with 3 timeouts still left, for they have not taken any. Brought to you by DPS Land Service.
All right, fourth down here, a crucial fourth down and 4 with 1:58 left to go in the third quarter. So, Chance, you obviously got to go for it here. By the way, should be mentioned, the rain has pretty much gone away here. It's now just kind of a mist. Because you get the nice view of the floodlights here, so if there's any rain coming down, you can see it. And there's definitely still some precipitation still coming down, but it's definitely not as thick and as hard as it was earlier. All right, so let's see what Magnolia does here. They break the huddle of the timeout, and then there's even more guys coming in. All right, so now they break the huddle here. I'm sure with 11. Wishbone, Lancaster, the fullback. They motion the wingback from the left to up tight, and he's definitely not going to. There's no way he got that first down. right?
He did not. Not from the spot of the far side. He did not get it, and I don't think he got it from this side either. So
yeah.
They're
Referee signals first down for Clay-Battelle. That is the second stop on fourth down in a crucial running situation there to turn it over on downs. It feels like we've had a lot of those crucial fourth downs there go by the way of the Seabees, falling just short of the line to gain. So Seabees will take over in opponent territory at the 42-yard line, 1:51 left to go in the third quarter, and you have a chance to put this game firmly out of reach. Heavy set, unbalanced to the right. They hand it off to Snodgrass. Snodgrass had some room to work, breaks one tackle, breaks another one, and then gets tackled up high, close to the 35, down to the 34. The line to gain is the 33, and about 33 and a half.
Just short by
Take a shot. Take a shot. Colt Sandy on a vert. It hasn't worked all year, but why not now?
We've put a lot of things on film tonight, I feel, switching formations around, but we haven't put a whole lot of passing film out there for teams to look at as far as tonight goes.
1:10 left to go in the third quarter. Same formation, offset, heavy to the right. Hall is the running back to Cohen's left. They hand it off to Hall. Hall's got a nice hole, but it closes quickly. It will get to the line to gain there. The ball's being marked just at the 33, and it will be a first down for Clay-Battelle. Under a minute left to go in the third quarter.
We'll have to run one more play.
Yeah, one more play
before
one more play before the quarter ends. Took the words right out of my mouth.
That would be a Meatloaf song. For those who don't know, that's my favorite music artist of all time.
I wonder how many of these kids know who Meatloaf is.
They probably only know it as a food.
Okay, fair enough. First down and 10 here, unbalanced to the right. They hand it off to Hall. Hall, working to his right now, cuts back to the middle of the field, but is a good tackle there by number 67. That's Eli Eddy for the Blue Eagles, and that will be the final play of this third quarter. We'll come back after a little bit of a break here. You are listening to Clay-Battelle Seabees football as we go to the fourth quarter. Clay-Battelle 22, Magnolia 0.
Z-Bart is your local expert for automotive appearance and protection. If you're concerned about rust and have a used vehicle, you need to know it's not too late. Z-Bart Rust Eliminator is a 3-step process. First, we pressure wash the underside of your vehicle and inspect. Next, we spray on the Rust Eliminator chemical. Then, we apply the patented Z-Bart undercoating. Add years of life to your vehicle. Learn more at zbart.com. Z-Bart of Morgantown, I-68 exit 7.
Josh Heinerman here with Advanced HVAC and Plumbing. For over 25 years, we have been making Morgantown homes cozy and efficient. From emergency repairs to energy-efficient upgrades, your comfort is our top priority. A proud supporter of high school athletics, Advanced is the area's only factory-authorized Carrier dealer, but we can service any brand or model. Carrier, turn to the experts and turn to Advanced.
I'm 30 now. Right out of high school, I skipped college and took a job in the energy industry. Started at $25 an hour. They trained me, certified me, and I worked hard. Now, I own a...
This is Clay-Battelle High Seabees football on WAJR.
To the fourth quarter we go. Clay-Battelle knocking on the door, possibly at the 31-yard line. Second down and 9. Cohen drops back to pass. 5-step drop, looking for a man. Hit as he throws. He's got a man. Potzeroff catches it for a touchdown. Chance. Call him Tony Romo because he called that play to a T. What did you say during the break, Chance?
I said, here's your shot, Ethan. He's going to get the senior Potzeroff involved out of the timeout, and they turned around, and that is exactly what they did.
The senior who has been one of your best players through 3 seasons that he has been playing a predominant role at the wide receiver position. Corey Cohen stayed in the pocket, delivered a picture-perfect pass to Braden Potzeroff, who did juggle it. It should be mentioned. but he did corral it into the end zone for a touchdown. Snodgrass trying to push forward on the two-point conversion. The line judge signals good, and it is 32-0 with 11:52 left to go in this fourth quarter. We'll take another break and come back. You are listening to Clay-Battelle CB's Football on WAJR.
I'm 30 now. Right out of high school, I skipped college and took a job in the energy industry. Started at $25 an hour. They trained me, certified me, and I worked hard. Now, I own a home, 5 acres, and a new truck. And I never had to leave West Virginia. No debt, no regrets. My buddies took on loans. I took on a career. Parents, talk to your kids. This industry changed my life, and it's hiring right now.
DPS Land Services. Learn more at dpslandservices.com.
This is Clay-Battelle High CB's Football on WAJR.
30-0 here. Excuse me. I looked at the scoreboard, and the scoreboard was too quick on me. It's 30-0 here with 11:52 left to go in this fourth quarter. So Clay-Battelle will kick the ball off here for the fourth time tonight.
What two-point conversion did we
not get? It was the incomplete pass to Ponceroff, yeah.
Okay. For some reason I was thinking we should be at 32, but you are correct.
All right, Ponceroff boots it. And it's going to be returnable this time. It looks like it is Preston Beverlin, and Beverlin gets smacked by Colt Sandy and Cody Clovis, and it will be Magnolia football at their own 23-yard line, first down and 10.
Yeah, that was a heck of a hit.
All right, Chance, you talked about defenses needing to stay aggressive here. Are you staying aggressive, or are you playing a little bit of back-off coverage?
No, I'm playing aggressive right now. I'm trying to make another big play. Let my seniors go out there and make a play. Let Huggins get an interception. Let Ponce get an interception. Let Statler, Peyton, somebody make a play.
They spread it out here, 2 receivers on each side. They hand it off to the running back. That is Harlan. Harlan is wrapped up. The initial tackle there by Josh Wilson. Cooper Statler there to assist. Gain of about 3 on the play. It'll bring up second down and 7 with 11:20 left to go here in this football game. And now the rain comes back. Chance, it's just been going in and out here. Every time I see the rain subside a little bit, I think it's over. But it's not. 2 receivers on each side here. Running back to the quarterback's left. They send the slot receiver from right to left. Looking for a little bubble screen here, and it falls incomplete. Wetness. Water is wet, Chance.
Some high-quality H2O out there, Ethan.
A lot of the boys said The Waterboy was their favorite movie, after all. 11:05, clock is stopped after the incomplete pass here, remaining in the fourth quarter. CB's lead by a score of 30-0. I'm seeing TJ Barr come into the game at the D-end position. Looks like Mercer, Wilson, Sandy. Unbalanced here. They hand it off to, it looks like Cooley. Cooley's going to get 2. I think he got the first down.
I think he's just short.
Maybe just short.
We will see.
Regardless of whether it's, they're going to signal fourth down here. All right. Do you go for it?
They got to get to the 33. They are on the 32, so they do need
big
about
freshman
exactly
Jacob Layton. Big freshie Jacob Layton into the game now at the D tackle position. They line up under center and unbalanced to the left. Now they go to the right. Hand it off to Cooley. Cooley gets definitely to the first down that time, wrapped up by Josh Wilson just past the 35 to the 36. It will be a first down for the Blue Eagles. And Josh Wilson even helped him up. What a guy.
Yeah, you feel for TJ Barr. He's come into the game, and for 3 plays since he's came into the game, they've ran right at him. He is stout. He's been able to hold his weight, but it just at the same time, you get everybody running against you, and it's hard to stop 6 people.
He is right in the teeth of that defense, too. Unbalanced to the right on the short side of the field here. They hand it off to Cooley again. Cooley not going anywhere. Tackled at the legs by Cooper Statler. He does fall forward, though, for a gain of a couple. And one of the Blue Eagles is down. Yeah, we do have 2 down. We'll take a break while they tend to the injured player. You are listening to Clay-Battelle CB's Football here on WAJR.com.
Once upon a time, there were no portable toilets, and finding relief was an adventure. Then came crowded restrooms, unpleasant and inconvenient. Enter Saving Grace Septic and Rentals, providing clean, reliable portable toilets for every event, from football games to family gatherings, even work sites. And when septic systems need service, we're your first call. We're local, we care, and we're there when you need to go. For comfort and convenience, we're your saving grace. 304-282-7210.
Your child doesn't have to leave home or go to college to build a future. The energy industry is hiring, starting at $25 an hour, with benefits and certifications. And the more they learn, the more they earn. It's hard work, but it's worth it. It's not a short-term job. It's a career. And the energy industry is hiring. DPS Land Services. Learn more at dpslandservices.com.
Z-Bart is your local expert for automotive appearance and protection products and services. And now, Z-Bart can apply the ceramic gloss paint coating to your vehicle for a shine that never goes away. No more waxing, no more rubbing, no more settling for a less than perfect finish. No more. Z-Bart's ceramic Z-Gloss is a 3-layer coating that preserves your vehicle's incredible shine. Get the glossy details online at zbart.com. Z-Bart of Morgantown, just off I-68 exit 7, Fort Pierpont Plaza.
Health works for you, for rehab and fitness too.
Keeping high school athletes healthy is something that HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness takes great pride in. That's why our certified athletic trainers work with many area schools during practice and on the sidelines during tonight's game. Unfortunately, injuries do happen in sports, at work, and at home. At HealthWorks, our goal remains the same, to get you back in action. When you need physical therapy, you need HealthWorks. HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness, Morgantown, Westover, Cheat Lake, Blacksville, Smithfield, Waynesburg, Fairmont, and Buchanan. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks.
Our people make the difference in the way you feel each day. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks.
This is Clay-Battelle High CB's Football on WAJR.
Second down and about 7 here for Magnolia. They line up with trips to the left in a shotgun formation, looking for the short pass on a screen, and they drop it again. It'll be 3rd down. Clock does stop with 9:23 left to go in this game. Are you approaching a running clock here?
You got to get to 35.
35?
35 to get there.
That's what I thought.
Update here real quick. Cooley was one of the injured players. He got helped off but was able to put pressure on his feet. Then you've also got 33, Ryder Wilson was the other player who was helped off. I can say his right foot he wasn't putting pressure on.
All right, 3rd down and 8 here for Magnolia. They drop back to pass. Quick little 3-step drop. 50-50 ball. Good coverage there by Cody Clovis. It falls incomplete. And it'll bring up 4th down and 8.
Yeah, good coverage by Clovis there. The offensive player of Magnolia, kind of almost played defense better there on that play because Clovis had a better shot at the ball.
So it'll be 4th down here. It looks like they may punt. They will. Back deep to punt it is Lucas Anderson for the Blue Eagles. Punts are off back deep to receive the punt with 9:17 left to go here in this game. Snap is good. This punt is away. It is not good, however. It does get a nice little friendly bounce, though, and it goes to about the 30-yard line of Clay-Battelle, and that is where they will take over, working from our right to left here with 9:04 left to go in this game. All right, Chance. Call the dogs off, run the ball.
We're not calling the dogs off.
Okay. You don't want to call the dogs off?
No, we remember last year.
You want to let the dogs out? Ready to let the dogs out?
I want to let them wolves feed. Leave them tame dogs on the other side of the field.
Looks like Trey Huggins is set to take the snap here at quarterback. I like this, Chance. Let the senior get some snaps in at quarterback. He is lined up to take the snap. Tyler Sleeth lined up at running back. Single receiver over to the right. They're still in unbalanced. They hand it off to Sleeth. Sleeth goes to the outside here, tries to stiff arm a man, but is tackled for a loss here. Might as well call this 100. Call this package 100.
I agree with that. Looks like he lost a yard on the play.
It does. 8:45 left to go in this game here. It'll be second down and 11 for the CBs at their own 29-yard line.
Got to give him one more run. Let's get him on the positive side of the stat sheet.
Got to get positive yardage first, though. Same formation, unbalanced to the right this time. Huggins does take the snap. Sleeth to his right. They hand it off to Sleeth on the weak side this time. He does get positive yardage there. They're going to mark him down at the 31. It'll be a gain of 2, Actually, they're going to mark him down at about the 32 there, so a gain of 3 on the play. It'll give him 2 positive yards on the day, and 8:10 left to go here in this game. It's third down and about 8. Let him air it out.
Oh, you're going to let Huggins use that arm here.
Colt Sandy? Clovis?
Maybe Sleeth on a little bit of a screen here.
Wheel route?
Wheel route.
Have we ran a wheel route all year? All right. Same formation, unbalanced to the right. Clovis is the single receiver. Huggins drops back to pass, looking to throw it, and it's incomplete. They're going to call that pass interference. Oh, my goodness. I'm not sure I agree with it, but we'll take it.
We'll take it, but I'm in agreement with you. I think Clovis tripped over his own feet.
15 yards, first down.
All right. 7:38 left to go here in this game. First down and 10 for the CBs at their own. Keep her coming. 47. First down and 10. Huggins gets the play call.
Yes, Huggins. He'd like to have that ball back, though, that he threw, because he did not. I know he can throw a much better ball than that.
Rain has pretty much gone away completely. I don't even see some raindrops on the floodlights out here. All right, unbalanced to the right. Fakes the handoff to Sleeth. Huggins going to take it himself. Stiff arms a man, gets across the 50 over to the 45. Now cuts back inside, gets across the 40, down to about the 37. First down for the CBs, and a nice run there by the senior Trey Huggins.
Yeah, he wasn't going to be stopped. He's like, nope, buddy, I'm getting on the stat sheet.
I'm not going out of bounds either. You're going to have to fight me for this one. Legally fight, of course. Within the laws of the game, of course. First down and 10 here for the CBs into opponent territory at the 36-yard line of Magnolia.
I do see Aller talking to a couple, and I was wondering when he was going to get the call. There you go.
There you go. Colton Cheney coming into the game for the CBs, the senior.
You do got Huggy Bears taking this play off so that Cheney can get a play in there.
Cheney is the lone lineman to the left side here, unbalanced to the right. They hand it off to Sleeth. Sleeth fumbles it on the exchange. He does fall on it, though. And it'll bring up second down here.
But that does put Sleeth back into the negative yardage again.
I don't know. How do you exactly score that there? Because it was on the exchange.
He goes to the guy who recovered the ball.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. All right.
It does stink on that point, I admit. But at the same time, that means we got to get Sleeth another run here. Let's get him in the positive yardage.
Roll out. Roll out. Let's see if he does it. Second down and about 14, 13 here for the CBs. Still unbalanced to the right. Sleeth to Huggins' left. They hand it off to Sleeth. Sleeth's got a nice hole to run through. He's got across the 35 down to about the 33 there. That's probably the best blocking that he's had to run through. He was patient, finally let his blocks develop a little bit there. Brings up third down and manageable here. Clock is still rolling with 5:40 left to go in the game.
Yeah, nice drive here by Valley Wetzel. I mean, it's really interesting to see what they're doing here.
You mean 100?
No, they would have been with Valley Wetzel if they'd went the other area. But if you want me to, we'll say by 100. But
I said it would have been cool tonight to have on the other side of the helmet the 100 stickers.
And I agree. When you brought that up to me, I thought that would have been a nice touch. May have been a violation of the WVSSAC rules to just a couple helmets, but it would have been interesting to see.
All right. 9 left to go. Flag on the play. I think it's going to be a false start. So that'll move it back to about 3rd down and 10. Actually, it's going to move it to 3rd down and 11 here. So obvious passing situation here for Huggins. I wonder if they'll take a timeout. No, doesn't look like they'll take a timeout. Oh, Sleeth's got a cut. That's why he's coming out. All right, 3rd down and 11 here. Huggins still the quarterback. Hall on his right, unbalanced to the right. It's a little speed option here. Looks like Huggins may keep it. Nope, he pitches it last minute to Hall. Hall, a little shake and bake action. I don't know. Let's see where they mark him. I think they are going to mark him just short. Fine.
It is close.
No, wait.
What do we got? We got first down on the yardstick, but I think we're short by about. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. 4th
down.
down.
All right, 4th down.
About 6 inches.
QB keeper.
Of course, I don't know now if that's they backed up. Make it a full yard.
Yeah, make it a full yard now.
The referee moved back about 12 more inches, so we'll make it a full yard there.
Remind me again, Chance, once you get to the playoffs, do you have WVSSAC officials as the Chains gang?
I do believe that you do. I believe at that time they take over since there's less games being played.
All right, unbalanced to the right here. Huggins hands it off to Hall. Hall keeps moving, and he's definitely got a first down. He's just outside the 20, down to the 21. And that will move the Chains for CB's first down. Let's see if Sleeth goes back into the game here. Maybe.
I'm really nice to see Coach Chaney getting this playing time.
Mm-hmm.
Happy we were able to pull out a little bit and get
Damon
him in
Cohen comes into the game.
And we do. That is not a senior. That is a true freshman coming in. Not redshirt, by the way.
Yeah.
True freshman.
True freshman.
Gatorade.
Hey, we've seen a lot of good freshmen wearing the number 84 come on to have promising careers, as we've also found out.
We have.
First down and 10 here. Huggins hands it off to Cohen. Cohen gets to the 20 and falls forward to the 19. We do have an injured Magnolia Blue Eagle down, though. While they tend to him, we'll take a break. You are listening to Clay-Battelle CB's football. With 3:47 left to go, the CB's lead by a score of 30-0.
While others search far and wide for solutions, you know where to turn. Patton Building Services. Since 1981, we've been more than a service provider. We're a legacy. From janitorial to general building maintenance, we believe clean environments build better business. We don't just maintain buildings, we maintain communities.
Patton Building Services. Beyond cleaning. Total building care. Find us online at pattonbuildingservices.com.
In a world where memories fade, preserving them shouldn't. I'm Rob Lang, 5th generation owner of Lang Monument. My family has been helping Morgantown families honor their
This is Clay-Battelle High CB's football on WHAR.
3:40 left to go, and the clock is rolling. Cooper Statler comes out. Oh, they're going to do the Gatorade?
They're going to do the Gatorade.
Well, you got to wait a little bit, don't you?
Nah, you're up by 30.
Okay. Huggins rolls out to his left, looking for a man. He's got Ponceroff. Maybe it falls incomplete, just short. Here comes Chance, and they dump it on him.
He was not ready for that. Then he pulls the hood up and redumps it on himself.
He pulls the hood up.
Oh, and they're going to get
Aller, and they're going to do Aller, too. Chance, that hoodie for Aller is already soaked, so I don't think he's phased at all. LePeau, on the other hand, does have a light blue rain jacket.
It went down his back.
Yeah, it went down his back. He's a little cold right now. 3rd down and 8 here for Huggins. Flag on the play.
Got somebody down there throwing ice cubes at Aller now that it's over. I don't know who that is right there in that all-black outfit, but they were throwing ice cubes at him.
It is for a delay of game, the penalty, so that'll move it back to 3rd and about 13 here. 3:10, and the clock is rolling. 30-0. You see some of the younger kids stomping on the ice, too.
Crunching it up, yeah. See LePeau's daughter, Charlie, down there crunching up on the ice. I bet she was instructed by somebody to crunch it up, but she's having fun with it.
Huggins hands it off to Damon Cohen. Cohen tries to cut to the middle of the field. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down and 10. Chance, do you try a long field goal here? I know if I was on the field, I'd make it.
If we were at the 10, I would say try a field goal, but I believe you're going to just go for it here.
Take a shot to the end zone.
Yeah, let Huggins try to get Poncer off one more time. It's senior night. See if we can get that senior connection in there.
No, they're going to try a field goal.
They are going to try the field goal. We have Cohen coming in, Statler, Hall coming in. We have 19 seconds. We're going to need to speed it up here just a little bit.
Why don't you call a timeout? You got one left. Oh, maybe
do.
we don't.
That is a question. We'd have to go back to the New Martinsville scoreboard that wasn't working to find out if we have a timeout or not.
All right, the field goal is up, and it is no good.
It had the distance. It was to the left.
I'm going to tell him I would have made that.
Just for the record, for those listening, I seen Ethan kick that all day long on Monday. He would have made it. He just ain't saying that. He would have made that kick.
Made 2 from the 30. Anyways. All right. Change of possession here. 1:50 left to go in this football game. So just a few plays here for Magnolia. They spread it out. 2 receivers on each side. Running back to Christian's right. Send a receiver in motion. Rolling out the quarterback. Dropping back, looking for a screen play here. He's got a man open, and he's tackled beyond the 40 down to the 41. One of the linemen's down for Magnolia. I don't know if he got out of bounds here, Chance, so the clock will roll.
Clock is rolling. There was a hold, too. I know we're late in the game, so we ain't going to get that. But
yeah.
Open them up a little bit. Caleb Hall was getting held, though.
1st down and 10 here for Magnolia. They roll it out to the right. Looking for a receiver and incomplete. Clock stops at 1:21 left to go in this game.
And Colt Cheney, a little bit of pressure there coming around the end. Got in front of the quarterback, made him have to stop and play it. We do have lots of substitutions here. We do.
Looks like Colt Cheney. I think that's Dylan Johnson.
We got Eli. Is it Eli? Help me out here.
Eli Cottrell, J.J. Doshin, Damon Cohen, Caleb Hall, T.J. Barr, Tyson Price, Gavin McLaughlin, and Briston Reed. Dirty. Rolling out to the right here is Kristen. He throws a deep ball, laying it out there, and the receiver catches it. It gets beyond the intended defender there, McLaughlin, and he goes inside the 30 to the 29, 1:13 left to go in this game.
I believe we got a 31-yard reception there by the receiver, Ethan.
If he would have hit him in stride, it would have been gone.
I agree. If he'd hit him in stride, there was nobody behind him.
And they spike it. Okay.
Yeah, they need to stop the clock, get up here.
But you have 3 timeouts left. Just call a timeout.
We're not sure how many timeouts anybody has.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Okay, it's confusing. DPS Land Services has done a phenomenal job of sponsoring us with the timeouts, but after last year in New Martinsville, we're really not sure what the timeouts are. I just want to put that out there for those listening from New Martinsville.
All right, trips receivers to the left, one to the right. Running back to the quarterback's right. They fake the handoff, looking towards the single receiver. You want to pick on the ball hawk? Here you go. Incomplete.
Nice defense down there, too.
Eli Cottrell on the coverage with 56.8 seconds left. It is 3rd down now and 10. You want to leave Hawk Island, Cottrell?
You do look at Cottrell and you notice he weighs about 110 pounds soaking wet, but he's got a hoodie on underneath his uniform because he must be like, what was it, a Snodgrass who does not like, or wasn't Snodgrass, who was the one that didn't like the cold weather?
Yeah.
Tyson Price.
Tyson Price does not like the cold weather. Snap coming here, 3rd down. They're rolling out to the left this time. Pass is short. Intended receiver was number, I believe that was 9, Finloy.
Number 12 on the coverage there, which is, help me out, Ethan.
That is Jules Vega.
Jules Vega out there. I drew a blank right there. Wanted to get the name. It was him and McLaughlin out there on the coverage, and they had it covered well.
50.8 seconds left here on a 4th down and 10.
Get one more stop here. Keep that scoreboard at 0.
You can nail it and call it a game, unless they decide to take their timeouts. But we don't know how many they have.
We're not sure.
All right, 50.8. Trips receivers to the left. They roll out to the left here, looking for a receiver, and he's got him.
He's got it, but he should be short.
Short.
No. He juggled that ball.
Whatever. Clock's going to roll here. 35 seconds left. You hear the cowbells. I hear cowbells.
I do hear it. We need more cowbell.
Looking towards the end zone. This time it's picked off by Caleb Hall. Hall kneels down. The shutout will be served to Magnolia, as with 20 seconds left, it is 30-0 for the last game of the regular season.
Nice, smart play by Caleb Hall there. Just go down. We've got the game. Let's take a knee. Let that old senior at quarterback, Huggins, take the knee and roll out this senior night, which is going to be a good night.
Hall's second interception of the season.
He seems to do a good job of ball hawking back there in that secondary, and it lets you know that we are going to be on a positive note come next year in that secondary.
Taking a knee, and they knee it. All right, that'll be the final play of this game. We'll come back with the postgame show here on WAJR.com.
Z-Bart is your local expert for automotive appearance and protection. If you're concerned about rust and have a used vehicle, you need to know it's not too late. Z-Bart Rust Eliminator is a 3-step process. First, we pressure wash the underside of your vehicle and inspect. Next, we spray on the Rust Eliminator chemical. Then, we apply the patented Z-Bart undercoating. Add years of life to your vehicle. Learn more at zbart.com. Z-Bart of Morgantown, I-68 exit 7.
This is the WAJR post-game show, presented by the Insurance Centers, where serving you is our best policy.
30-0 is your final score here between the Clay-Battelle Seabees and the Magnolia Blue Eagles. The Seabees finished the season at 9-1. Chance,
with 9 wins in a row. You only lost your opening bout versus the state runner-up, Cameron, at their place.
Week 1,
22-16, if my memory serves me correct. So, and for the record, that was not Trey Huggins who took the knee. They actually put Corey Cohen back in to be able to take that knee there to end the ball game with. But when it comes, I know you're going to ask me about player of the game here in a minute. And it's one of those, somebody may have had something more on the stat sheet here as far as Caleb Hall went, as far as stats. But I'm going to end up giving tonight's player of the game on senior night to Braden Ponceroff with his 1 touchdown catch. I have him down as 30 yards on the reception. He bobbled it a little bit, but come up with an amazing catch. So on senior night, I'm going to let Braden Ponceroff have that player of the game.
Chance, you just witnessed history. You got the best ranking in school's history going into the playoffs. You will be the 3 seed going into this playoff season. You have 2 AA wins. Your only loss, as you said, is to the single A runner-up. You've beaten the team that is probably going to be at number 4, just beyond you. Is there anybody that you sit here and say on your best day that the CBs would be beaten by?
No. If we play our game, there is nobody in single A that we can't beat. I mean, is there teams that are going to give us a ball game even on our best day? Yes, it'll be a ball game. But at the same time, no. If we play our game and we play as good as we can play, there's nobody in single A that we can't beat. On that same note, we can't take nobody for granted no matter who we're playing. Once you make it to the playoffs, which we believe it's going to be Ritchie County come next week, Ritchie County played a tough schedule. They're not going to come in here because they're on the lower end of the bracket and just lay down for you, per se. They're going to come in and give you their best game, and it will be interesting to see. Like I said, you look at their schedule. They beat teams they were supposed to beat, and then they took care of business on the other and even competed with some teams that when you start looking at records overall between Doddridge County and them, at times they were competitive with them. So you don't want to take it for granted. We've already talked that, if you can get to that second round, your second round matchup's going to be a ball game because we've got some names out there. And the reason you say going to be a ball game is because you got teams with history in the playoffs. And me and you have talked about it. That's why we wanted the win versus Magnolia so much last year, is because experience in the playoffs goes a long way. And that's another reason to have 2 games at home for this Clay-Battelle CBs who don't have playoff experience. It's really, really important. Get that first game under your belt here with Ritchie County, hopefully, if we're correct on our predictions coming in. Get that win, get the butterflies out of you so the next week when you show up, you're ready for a ball game. And it doesn't mean you can't have a big win and maybe win by 3 touchdowns, but it just means it prepares yourself for the Oak Glen-style game, the Sherman-type game, some game you're going to have to fight to get a win. Coming in to the playoffs, we're healthy. It looks like, I ain't going to tell you there ain't some nicks and bruises on our team, but overall we're healthy.
Going to give you a little score update.
I see the facial expression.
I'm just gonna give you single A.
Okay.
Because our audience probably doesn't care about the AA, the AAA, and the Quad A scores. First off, Pendleton County is leading Cameron at halftime 14-6. You talked about maybe driving over there. I'm not sure.
By the time we get there, it'd probably be over.
But, yeah.
But it sounds like a phenomenal ball game, and that is one, if it stays that way, when I used to procrastinator, however you pronounce that word.
Procrastinator, yeah.
Procrastinator, Pendleton could be your second-round matchup.
Correct.
So it's interesting there to see how that game's going.
Sherman is leading Polka 12-8 in the third quarter.
Polka finds a way to win that game, and that procrastinator goes
all over the place. They'll probably host a playoff game, maybe not even.
I would tell you this, it would really put a dot upon the season.
I got it. I get it. Tigritz Valley is up on Montcalm 20-6 in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
Ritchie County is up.
Montcalm could lose their playoffs because of that.
Ritchie County is up on Calhoun County 38-0. Tucker County is up on Hampshire 28-14.
That's a big win by Tucker County.
St. Mary's is up on Work County 28-0 in the third quarter.
Like I said, if that costs me everything, I'll take it because I kind of chose against them over superstition. But I am happy to hear that, even though it is not the way I picked it. What it does show you is what coaching can do for you. Because when you watch them teams
I do not want to play St. Mary's if I'm anybody in the playoffs.
If you watch them teams on film, they're very, as far as athletes go, very even.
Mm-hmm.
But it just goes to show you if you know how to prepare for somebody and you can get your boys to do what you teach throughout the week to do. I will tell you this, if you play St. Mary's, say in the second round, the one thing I can tell you will be coming into town is a prepared team.
Valley Wetzel is now up on Richwood 32-24 at halftime.
Shocking. First off, maybe there's where we need to drive because that right there is huge game. But it just, 32-24. I mean, I really thought Richwood was the better team. I guess the second half will tell the tale in there. That one shocks me that Valley has scored that many. If I figured if Valley was going to win that game, I would have told you it was going to be 12-14. Like, I would have never expected that many points.
Work County just got on the board, so it's 28-7 there. Man is got defeated by Wahama 49-0, and that's still in the fourth quarter. So count that one. You're going to be at number 3. You were going to be at number 3 anyway. Let's see here. Tulsa and Riverview are tied at 12 in the third quarter.
Tulsa with a win and a Montcalm loss. Don't hold me to this. Tulsa could find a way to maybe be the 16th seed.
Possibly.
I mean, I understand numbers. Yeah. It'll be a stretch, but it is a possibility. The Montcalm loss is messing a lot of things up in my head because I did not predict that way.
Trying to see here. I'll give you a AA score. Mingo Central is trailing Doddridge County 20-14 in the third quarter.
That is a ball
game. East Hardy and Petersburg are tied at 17 at halftime. That's a ball game I'd like to go to.
Now, what did East Hardy and who?
Petersburg.
And you say they're tied. Okay.
Mm-hmm. South Harrison's only up 14-0 on Ravenswood in the third quarter. Just saying. Williamstown looks like they're going to get one win at home, 35-7 in the fourth quarter.
Will they be able to sneak into the playoffs?
Yes.
They will. Okay, because
that
will keep the streak alive then is why I was asking.
Yeah, I said in our pregame show that Buffalo Putnam needed to lose, and it looks like they are going to lose because Pikeview is up 56-33 in the fourth quarter. So there's one I have on you.
Yeah, but I do think that the St. Mary's game is going to give you the regular season title.
Final thoughts?
It'll be emotional as this season goes along. I'm going to end it with this. Like, to get to see this senior class go out with a win on their home field in the regular season was special to see. We do know that this senior class knows, even the way they talk, it's still unfinished business. So I won't go too emotional because, you know what? I hope to be sitting in the stands in Charleston rooting this team on with my daughter beside me because I will not be able to work it this year with you if we make it all the way to Charleston. I know you normally work with Metro News. I try to help you out. I love it. I love being on the sideline, but I do plan on being there to support the CBs if we
It's
make
okay.
it.
Peter Collins might be on the sidelines.
Hey, always give a hand to my uncle on the sideline working the crew. I can't.
Absolutely. Are you – oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Just proud of all this. The seniors, I was happy to see Colt Cheney get some playing time tonight. It's a kid that has stood on that sideline, cheered his team on, been there for him and support-wise, not gotten a whole lot of playing time as the seasons went along. Had a little bit early on because we had some blowouts. Nice to see him. The funny part was he got out there and he made plays.
Yeah.
It just kind of goes to show you that our offensive line's really, really good, and it's rough to get out there to get playing. Not that
kind of wish you had one more year left in him.
Yeah, like I almost want to say this to him. You know, he probably could have started on half the teams we played. I mean, there is when you get to Riverview and you get to Oak Glen, like they had some really good offensive lines. But I'd say 4 to 5 of the other single-A teams we played, he possibly could have been a starter on them. Gilmer County, stuff like that, and just got behind a line of those are the guys you got to look at. You got to look at when, you have the 100 transfers come in that Colt Cheney may have been playing, except for the point you have a Huggy Bear come in that takes over, which we're here today because of the 100 transfers. We've had this conversation throughout the weeks, throughout the season. Emotional win. Happy to get some vengeance back after last year on Magnolia. Really special. I'm happy for the boys. I'm happy for the coaching staff. I do know, like I said, I don't want to go too emotional and go too much into this because I do know that this was just finishing out the regular season. We got some things. I can say, I want to put this out there. You'll either be calling the game by yourself or you'll have somebody coming up and helping you out next Friday or Saturday, whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. I had some personal plans I made before the season, not adding into the playoff account.
It's okay. You didn't have faith in this team. No big deal.
It wasn't that. I can tell you that. Just a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, kind of like the cruise I took a little bit earlier in the season.
Everybody's sitting there. The whole coaching staff's going to be like, man, I want his job. He's got tons of vacation.
It is because of a great wife is what I will say. It has nothing to do with my job, but I have a great wife that supports me and allows me to go do these things. Like, she pretty well paid for the cruise 80% herself. Like, she looked at me and she goes, hey, I'm going to pay for the cruise. You take care of the passports and we'll call it even. I was like, hey, I can't beat that. Let's go get some passports, which I think were, almost $100 to get done. But that was cheap compared to the cruise that she took me on. We enjoyed ourselves on that. But I won't be here. I want the boys to pull the win out for me.
So you can call playoff football.
And I want to come back and call the next game the following week. Give me another chance to have a couple more hot dogs. And then after that, I want to go to Wahama, if that's who it is, or whoever. Maybe somebody comes here. Maybe somebody upsets Wahama.
If it's not Wahama, they're coming here.
Yeah, I can tell you this, the way I think the procrastinator worked out, that Wahama would have to play St. Mary's in the second round if things fall the way we think they're going to fall. There's no given come playoff football because injuries happen. And you're going to be playing competitive teams normally all the way through. Maybe 15 and 16 is a team that you want to say maybe shouldn't be there, but you know what? They earned it. So yeah. I don't want to really word it that way. But injuries happen because you get in competitive ball games, and you just never know what's going to happen. If Wahama loses, you can go to Charleston here in Blacksville, and that would be awesome to do, is what I will say. Looking forward to playoffs. I hope to be back here in 2 weeks and calling a game, whoever it may be against. Just overly proud of, I ain't going to say team. I ain't going to say the coaching staff. I'm going to say I am overly proud of this community because we didn't have the greatest weather tonight, and we still had a decent crowd.
I agree.
They showed up and supported these seniors, and that is awesome to see. For those that are from 100 that have been coming because of the 100 boys, we welcome you and we thank you, and let's go get some playoff wins and end up in Charleston.
All right, that'll do it. Your final score tonight, 30-0, by the way of the Seabees. For Chance Collins, I am Ethan Collins saying good night from Blacksville, and we'll see you in the playoffs next week here on WAJR.com.